Celebrate this living legend for us. Celebrate him again.
The Secretary to Delta State Government, permit me to start on this protocol. I think as much as I want to run away from this opening remarks, they are always drawing me back, so I will say something. Today is June 12th. June 12th, as we all know, is Democracy Day in Nigeria. Democracy Day could be likened to a day of freedom. Freedom to make our choices, our choices. Freedom in every aspect of our lives. A day, we say, a day of liberty. And we at the Leadership Foundation decided to hold this, the maiden edition of the National Youth Summit today because of its significance and its importance in the history of Nigeria. Today, we believe, marks the beginning of freedom of the youth, liberty of the youth, freedom from shackles of darkness, freedom from limitations that are drawing us back. It is often said that knowledge is power. Before you hear our powerhouses or power banks, you have Professor Maga here, the beautiful, very intelligent Amazon. Some years ago, she was like any other person here. But self-determination, focus, and diligence made her, helped her to be who she is today. A big round of applause for her. You also here, we have ably represented our brand new Secretary to the State Government. A technocrat par excellence, an erudite scholar, someone who has taken care for excellence and brilliance, Dr. Kingsley Emo. Some years ago also, was like any bloke seated here, but through determination and focus and diligence, he is today a doctorate degree holder, and not just that, he is the Secretary to the Delta State Government, and not just that, he's somebody who typifies capacity, brilliance, intelligence. How did it all happen? It started from his mind, a mind shift. That's exactly what we're trying to do today with the youth, a mind shift. Shifting your mind to those destructive tendencies and backward thinking to forever forward movement and forward thinking. That's what they're going to help you do here. Also seated at the high table is Dr. Agbor, the head of the Department of Business Administration, Wellspring University. You all must also know that I'm doing my third doctorate degree at Wellspring University. I'm doing a BBA. I have PhD in economics, PhD in finance. So when it was time to encourage Gary Okunta, who is the first recipient of our postgraduate scholarship scheme, because he told me all the challenges he faced when he was attending lectures for his master's degree, and I said that we'll do this together. And also encouraging encouraging my first child, my daughter, who is also doing her second doctorate degree, Dr. Julia Peace. That one seated there is the power bank of knowledge, teaching us, educating us, illuminating our minds. He said, when they said, you have a PhD, I have a PhD, we teach you. I just saw you are the one teaching us. Oh, I can see. He's really teaching me, I'm learning a lot. Why did I decide to go back to school? mind shifts, you see, to learn more. Little wonder they say the day you stop learning, you start dying. So for that reason, my dear youth, ladies and gentlemen, let us open our heart to new ideas. As they speak to us, let us speak those things that relate to us. Let us speak those things and make a vow of excellence. Let us shift our mind from destructive tendencies, so that in some years to come, you will be addressed as a VIP. So that in some years to come, you will make that light shine. And you will be like a city that is set upon a hill that cannot be hidden. Thank you very much. I would also like to say, the gospel said, seeth a man diligent in his work, he shall stand before kings and not men. Did the Bible not say so? So if you and I decide to be diligent in our work, and being diligent in our work simply means putting in our best and wanting always to be the best, going correct route, I can tell you, the word of God changed enough that the end will always be better and brighter. I also would like us as youth to focus on the Q&A, because after getting the lectures from the guest speakers, we'll get into Q&A. Please ask those questions that you know you have come here for answers for. If you can't ask it in English, please ask it in a car. If you can't speak a car, my brother, speak broken. Anyone will understand and will answer it that way. We don't want you to live here empty. We want you living here loaded and fulfilled. That is why we are here. Today is your day. Please ensure that you grab something as you go. Thank you very much once again.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, can we celebrate our convener once again? The man who has crossed all arms, just to make sure he invites all the good youths of Vienna metropolis and beyond together comfortably for this National Youth Summit. Dr. Donald Peterson, we appreciate you. Thank you. Celebrate him again for us. We have never seen this type before. We have never seen a forum like this where youths are given opportunity to come together in one umbrella, irrespective of political affiliation, race, faith, religion, and other things. He's the only man who has taken the bull by the horn. And today, in 3 years' time, 4 years' time, 2 years' time, by the grace of God, the dividends will start coming. And once you see him on the road, in the market, anywhere, you will say that's the convener, that's the chairman of the Peterson Foundation, who invited us for National Summit. And after that day, my life has never been the same. I testify. That's endless prayer today in Jesus' name. Before we invite Ms. Priscilla to come and take the citation of the first speaker, my particular appreciation and welcome the very center manager, CBN Vocational and Entrepreneurship Development Program. One principal I know that has never been retired is still serving us. Reverend Dr. Jude Owamo. Let's celebrate him. Okay, he told us to be busy with our hands, that we must do something with our hands. That is what the Peterson Foundation is putting together for us in another bigger way. Thank you. It's part of your vision. We appreciate you. Mr. Fidelis of the same center is also with him. Mr. Fidelis, we appreciate you. Thank you. I'd like to appreciate and welcome MD CEO Dakuku Tailoring Factory, Honorable Jude Onwebusie. We appreciate him. Thanks for connecting with us. The very President General Agbor Planning Union, Mr. Oyibe Justin, is in the building. We appreciate you. Thank you. Simon Etumudo of Agbor Union in the capacity as Financial Secretary. We appreciate you. Thank you. Dr. Henry, the very president of a car All-Stars Football Club. Dr. Henry, cited in the building. We appreciate you. You are important to us. Thank you. Celebrate him again. Ladies and gentlemen, item number 7 on our program. If you see a professor like Madam, if you see a vice chancellor of a fast-growing university like Unidel, Agbor, you will know that as she's here, some guests are also waiting for her in the office. You will know. Therefore, if you see her, we'll package all our programs to make it concise, straight to the point. Miss Priscilla will invite you to the microphone. The sanitation this is Secretary to the President who is speaking on youth employment and recognition and rendition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, honorable members here present, chiefs, youth, and everyone present. My name is Priscilla Iko. I'll be reading the profile of Professor Mrs. Stella Chinyere Chiemeke, the Vice Chancellor, University of Delta, Agbor, Delta State. Professor Mrs. Stella Chinyere Chiemeke began her academic voyage in Lagos State, Nigeria, where she obtained her primary school certificate from Lagos Progressive Primary School, Surulere, Lagos State. Soon after, she proceeded to the renowned Anglican Girls Grammar School, still in Lagos State, for her secondary school education. Professor Stella Chinyere Chiemeke have a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science from the University of Lagos and a Master of Science degree in Computer Science from the same University of Lagos. She obtained her PhD in Computer Science from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, in 2004. Professor Chiemeke started her professional career first as a programmer in 1986 to 1987, and later head of Computer Center of Edo State University, now Ambrose Ali University, Ekoma, 1987 to 1994. In 1994, she joined the service of the University of Benin, Benin City, as an assistant lecturer, and rose to the position of a professor in 2009, at the same time, the second female professor of computer science in Nigeria and first in the University of Benin. She has supervised over 80 Masters of Science students and 16 doctorates of philosophy, PhD students in the Department of Computer Science, University of Benin, and has established over 124 publications in the national and international reputable journals. Professor Ochemeke has 12 academic books in the area of computer science and programming. She is a fellow of Renewable and Alternative Energy Society of Nigeria, RISIN, fellow Nigeria Computer Society, NCS, fellow of Strategic Institute of Natural Resources and Human Development. She is also a member of Computer Professional Registration Council of Nigeria, CPN, member of Association of Computer Machinery, ACM, USA, member of International Network for Women Engineers and Scientists, Alta, Canada, member of Organization of Women Scientists for Developing World, Italy, member of International Association of Engineers, UK, member of Society of Women Engineers, Chicago, member of Women in Information Technology. Professor Mrs. S.C. Chemeka has continued to display an exceptional administrative experience, intelligence, fairness, and poise of character, which is summed up in her transformation, innovative, and leadership model. Professor Chemeka has served in various administrative capacities, both in the University of Benin and beyond. She was Assistant Dean of Faculty of Physical Science, University of Benin, from January 2006 to June 2007. Acting Head of Department of Computer Science 2002 to 2004 and 2006 to 2009. Director of ICTU, University of Benin, in July 2010 to February 2015. Director of Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer Office, and a pioneer Vice Chairman of the Committee of Director of ICT in Nigeria University, etc. Professor Ochemeke immediately passed Rector, Delta State Polytechnic, Ogwashiku, Delta State, from 2017 to 2001, with the establishment of University of Delta Agbor by the government of Delta State in 2001, she was appointed as a pioneer Vice Chancellor to steer the affair of the new institution. In view to her contribution to the society, in view to her contribution towards the advancement of the computer science education in Nigeria, the Nigeria Computer Society organized and honored her with the prestigious IT Personality of the Year 2001. Professor Ochemeke is a devoted Christian and a Knight of St. James Anglican Church, Benin Diocese, blessed with 4 children. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we please celebrate Madam with such CV? Without wasting time, having listened to our citation, will invite Professor Mrs. Stella G. Chemeke, the Vice Chancellor, University of Delta, UNIDEN Agbor, to please, with due respect, come forward and speak on the topic Technology Without Borders, the Prospects and Profits. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. The Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Kingsley ably represented here by the Honorable Elo, the Rep of Ika South, the CEO, D. Peterson Foundation. I congratulate you on all that you've been doing. We've been watching. I can testify. I see online all that D. Peterson Foundation has been doing. God will bless you and bless this ministry of blessing. Our eminent chiefs from the Agbor Kingdom, I want to also appreciate you because for every event you add color. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Permit me to stand on the already established protocol. But I must appreciate the chairman organizing committee for this particular setup, liaising with the Peterson Foundation to bring the youths together so that we can interact with them, so that we can also showcase to them things that they should do so that they will be better people. And I want to really appreciate the Peterson Foundation for always ensuring that it's not just empowering the youth of this community, but it's also affecting their life. I say again, God bless you in Jesus' name. The title given to me by the organizers is Technology Without Borders, Prospects and Profits. I want to say good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor to be standing before you today at this National Youth Summit. I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers for inviting me to speak at this esteemed event. I extend a warm welcome to all the enthusiastic attendees who have come together today as we forge a credible pathway to unlock the boundless potentials in technology for technology realm for profit and advancement. To be frank, when I came in and I saw the youth gathered, I was really elated that they were all called for this purpose and they are all here. Please, youths in the house, clap for yourself. Your presence here reflects your commitment to personal growth, professional development, and the advancement of our youth frontiers. Thank you for being here today. With a deep passion for technology and its transformative capabilities, I have dedicated my career to exploring the frontiers of computer science and empowering the next generation of innovators. I started my career in computer science in University of Lagos. From there, from the NYSC, I was posted to Agbor University for NYSC. And there, I was, after my NYSC, Agbor took me as a programmer. And there came a time when Nigerians saw that there is need to introduce introduction to computer science in our curriculum. And this course had to cut across the entire courses. So there's no course you go for that you are not taught introduction to computer science. Lucky me, as a programmer, I was the only computer science graduate, and the then vice chancellor then said I should take up that course. And so that was where the interest of teaching started, that I had to now start training all the graduates in Agbor University, introduction to computer. A time came where my husband was transferred to Benin, so I had to move my job to University of Benin. At Agbor University, I was a programmer, software developer. When I moved to University of Benin, I went there as an assistant lecturer. And so that's where the interest of computing started. But if you take a look at what is going on these days, you find out that we have moved from computer science. In every university now, we are talking about not just computer science as a course. We now have artificial intelligence, we now have cyber security, we now have software engineering, and so on and so forth. And if you take a look at what technology is doing, there is hardly any area where technology is not being used. There is no youth in this hall that will say that handphone, that smartphone that you are using is not impacting positively on you. Is there any youth that does not have a smartphone? We all have a smartphone. And so with our smartphone, we can really break borders. So, what makes this event more special? It is that I have the privilege of speaking to you from the very place I call home. I'm so elated coming to be speaking to people from my community, from my hometown, from Agbor community, from Eka nation. It is indeed a privilege. As a proud member of this community, I have witnessed firsthand the remarkable potential of our youth. I have seen so many of our youth, what that potential that they possess. So it is my heartfelt desire to share insight and experiences that resonate with your aspiration and inspire you to seize the opportunity presented by technology for maximum individual and community profit. Together, let us embark on this journey to explore the prospects and profits that await us in the realm of technology without borders. The next slide, we'll talk about technology as an equalizer. Like I said, technology has led the world towards exponential growth in innovation and is revolutionizing every sector with remarkable advancements. In this digital age, technology has become the great equalizer, offering unparalleled opportunities for growth, for innovation and prosperity. It is no longer confined to the realm of mere gadgets or the fascination of a few. Instead, it has permeated every aspect of our lives, transforming the way we learn, the way we work, the way we connect, the way we interact. Today, technology without borders has become the new norm of globalization. So, but here is the thing. Technology is not just a tool for the privileged few or the tech-savvy elite. It is the gateway that beckons each and every one of you to step forward, to seize the reins of our destiny, and to unlock the vast potential that lies within your grasp. Let's imagine a young entrepreneur in a car land. You are armed with nothing other than a smartphone and an idea that comes from your mind, with the markets across the globe, showcasing your unique products and services to customers far beyond this locality. So many youths, let's recall when there was ASU strike in all the federal universities. A lot of youths stayed home and they were idle. But some youths went beyond that particular, that's what they have been trained in school. And then they went into digital marketing. Some of them are the comfort of their houses. When they display wares online, you feel that they have a warehouse where those wares are. But when you go close to them, there is nothing with them. It's just that smartphone. They are just being innovative. They are being creative. And through that, so many people were now visiting their sites and then purchasing items that are there. So what doing is to use technology to get goods and services closer to people. Some even went into restaurants where they have to now start selling food items, cooked food, cooked meal. A lot of girls went into that. And when you go online, you see a lot of dishes, different types, displayed. All that is digital marketing. And so many of them, they were able to save so much money during that ASU strike. While some were wallowing, crying, waiting for ASU strike to be over, some were already CEOs of their own. Why? Because they saw the need. They saw that they can go beyond that particular course that they are reading to be able to, that's to become an entrepreneur. So let's also imagine a young student hungry for knowledge and growth, who can access world-class education resources online, empowering themselves with skills needed to compete on the global stage. Students in the university, yes, your lecturers will teach you all the courses. They'll teach you the theory. They'll teach you all that. That's the content that you have for that particular course. But with the digital, with technology, you can go beyond that class note that is given to you. You can advance further by trying to know by yourself and not just to cram to go out the exam. No. To now go beyond, to understand and to know the trend of things, to know what is going on, that you can do at the comfort of your home and at the same time using technology. Imagine a group of passionate individuals coming together to leverage technology in order to address pressing community challenges, sparking a wave of social change and that ripples far and wide. So you find out that the opportunities in technologies are limitless. My charge to you today as youth is to embrace it and positively use it for profit. Technology has the good side and the bad side. You decide which side you want to follow. If you follow the negative side, that is only a shortcut that will not lead you anywhere. So many, in those days, you can remember when people were gathering laptops to be doing Yahoo Yahoo. Where are they now? It's no longer flourishing. Am I correct? Because that's a shortcut. But with the technology that you have, you can go far beyond your expectation, provided when you embrace it, you use it positively for profit. The question is, how can this be done? And so this is the question that I will attempt to be answering in this particular lecture. So there are challenges, but what matters is you. You must be passionate about whatever choice you are taking. You must be ready to learn. You must be courageous. So definitely there will be challenges. For it is essential for you to recognize that you possess unique advantages such as adaptability, fresh perspective, and willingness to embrace innovation. And so I want to take a look at some of these challenges. Let's look at the market competition. The technology sector is highly competitive, and youth that are entering this industry will face stiff competition and established professionals or well-funded companies. The issue there is that for you to be successful is not that rosy. You must start from somewhere. No matter how stiff the competition is, try, because you must start from somewhere. And as you go along, you will meet some challenges. But what matters is your own mindset. Are you ready to succeed? For success, you must work hard. Get there. Then another one has to do with uncertain market trends. The technology landscape is dynamic, with emerging trends and evolving market demands. So keeping up with this trend matters a lot. It therefore means that you must be online to always ensure that you know the trend of things. Those in computer science will know that in those days we talk about function programming, COBOL programming, PHP. Now we are talking about a pool of software houses bringing out codes to enable us to develop software easily and faster. Now you talk about different languages, simulation and all that. So you must follow the trend of things so that you can be able to adapt easily. Then another one has to do with the skill development and resource availability. We must gain relevant skills and knowledge in technology, because that is one area that is also challenging. A situation where today you go online and then you want to train yourself on one particular language. Before you finish learning that language, another language is out. Before you finish learning that one, another language is out. But do not deter. What matters is that you understand that particular skill, that particular digital knowledge that you want to rely on. So sometimes people also think that you must be a graduate before you can delve into some of all these digital skills. No. There are some persons that did not go to school, but when you see them with tech, you see how savvy they are. Why? Because they put all their mind and they began to explore, to experiment, and then they became so great in that particular software development. Then also the rapidly evolving nature of technology requires continuous learning and staying up to date with the latest advancement. So you must be up and doing, ensuring that you are following the trends. Then finally, we have the financial limitation, lack of access to advanced technology infrastructure, or limited funding opportunity. Don't let that deter you. Technology is expensive, but what matters is that wherever you are, start small, you will get there one day. Now, my challenge to the youth, my dear youths, you are the trailblazers of this digital era. You know why? Because you have the stamina, you have the strength, your brain is still sharp, you can do it. What matters is for you to have it at the back of your mind, I can do it. Through Christ that strengtheneth me. So you have this energy, you have this drive, you have this innovative spirit to not only adapt to the ever-changing technological landscape, but to shape it with your unique perspective and ideas. So, embrace the digital tool at your disposal, for they are the key that can unlock doors to your personal growth, to your professional growth. Now, we want to bring up 4 different questions, still my challenge. And these 4 questions, by the time we reflect on all this, we'll now be able to start directing our mind in what we want to do. The first question is, how can you identify and leverage the specific opportunity that aligns with your skills and passion with the vast landscape of technology? Question number 2. In what ways can you creatively use technology to address pressing challenges in your community and create profitable solutions? Number 3, what steps can you take to overcome barriers and maximize your potential in the technology sector, considering factors such as limited resources, access to education, and networking opportunities? And finally, how can you ensure that your pursuit of profit through technology is balanced with ethical consideration and commitment to social impact and sustainability? Now we are going to take these 4 questions one at a time. Let's see the first one. The first one says, how can we identify and leverage the specific opportunities that align with your skills and passion within the vast landscape of technology? The first thing is self-reflection and skill assessments. Examine yourself. What are your strengths? What can you do? What digital skill do you have? Now, if you examine yourself, and then you now, in these digital skills, which particular area do you want to focus in? What is your choice? Do you want to delve into software development? Do you want to delve into web design? Do you want to delve into web marketing? You must first of all take a look at yourself. What do you intend to do? What skill do you have? How far can you go? By the time you take that, you now have an awareness of what you can do. The next thing is now to ensure that you stay you research and stay informed. It therefore means that you want to upscale where you are. You want to grow. You must continue to learn. You must continue to see what is going on in that particular choice of yours and ensure that you stay informed. Engage in continuous learning through online courses, workshops, webinars. Anywhere that you see that they are gathering free webinars, try and attend. Because knowledge is power. Whatever you have at that particular time, by the time you go for workshops, you go for conferences, you go for you log online for webinars, you will learn more, and that will also improve your skill. So by being well informed, you can identify areas of growth and anticipate opportunities before they become mainstream. Another one is networking and collaboration. You cannot do it alone. You must network. Coming here, we are here gathered together. And by so doing, we are coming here now to connect. You must network together. Try to examine who are those who really have this knowledge. Who are those who are good at that particular skill that I have. By the time you move close to them, you already have a mentor. And then, most times, this your mentor, you must be close to always get advice one way or the other. The only area where mentors shy away helping is when the particular mentee want to now take advantage every time you are asking for money. You want to be lazy. No. You have a mentor because you have that zeal to become like him, and the mentor will also want you to be more than him or her. So we must network and collaborate with those that already have those opportunities, and then by attending conferences and meetings, we can be able to do that. Then, lastly, to answer that question, exploration and experimentation. You must have a mindset of exploration and experimentation. Sometimes you dive into new things. You see something online, and then you see a particular thing online that you feel can help your project or your software development. Dive into new things. That might be a faster way and a better way to give you a better solution. Second question. It says, in what ways can you creatively use technology to address pressing challenges in your community and create profitable solutions? This has to do with, for you to be able to solve a problem, the first thing is for you to identify the problems. In your community, when you come on holiday, in your village, what are those things that you can, what tech solution can you provide to help our fathers and mothers that go to the farm? Let's take Agbor market, for example. In Agbor market, what is Agbor market meant for? What is it? What is that thing that Agbor market is known for? How can I develop a tech solution that can help to expose the wares, the goods, the yams that our fathers and mothers are carrying on their head to Agbor market? So that not only those in Agbor community that are buying those goods, but people are coming from far and wide. They don't need to travel to come down. They can just call whoever is in charge and then tell them, I want to buy 60 tubers of yam. And this 60 tubers of yam, the next thing is logistics. We have it. We now have riders. We have courier services. And they will courier that yam to them. Why? Because somebody has created a tech solution that can help the Agbor market women to display their markets and their products and their farm produce and all that. Then when you identify those community needs, you then develop tech solutions like I just said. The next one is now to collaborate with local stakeholders. Here you want to seek partnership and collaboration with local stakeholders. For example, for you to be able to successfully develop a tech solution for Agbor market that I use as an example, you go there, they have a lot of meetings, isn't it? They have a fish women committee. They have young committee. You must interact with them so that you know the way things go in that place, right? Next one. Then you must implement sustainable business models. In this case, you are now considering long-term viability and profitability of your solution. So your solution is not just going to be meant for the Agbor market people. By the time you develop a solution for Agbor market, for example, and this solution is now well known and it is rugged, it is secured, right? The next thing, you now start thinking of a supermarket. From there, you see that you are expanding your frontiers. Then, but for you to be able to do that, apart from appreciating the problem on ground, deciding the way to go, you must create your model. Because a time will come where you now need to look for funding. And so, for you to look for funding, you must have a proposal. And so this proposal must have all these details of because they want to see your model. They want to see how far your model can go, right? And then how rugged your solution will be. Then creatively seek funding and support. For you to seek funding and support, you must have a genuine proposal. A proposal that has a model. A proposal that is, once they see, they know that the output of that will be that, which if I put my fund, I will see that fund being replicated. Are we okay? So the issue there is that when you talk about empowerment, you know, people just see empowerment, oh, some persons see empowerment and they go for that. Some see empowerment as just for that purpose. The person that is empowering you will want to have a post-visitation of that empowerment. One day, he can decide, let me go and see those I've empowered, to see whether that thing yielded fruits. Empowerment has to do with somebody, okay, for you, if you plant a seed, the first thing is that seed will die, isn't it? And it will now start germinating. And from that, it will bring more fruits. By the time it starts bringing more fruit, that means that empowerment has impacted in the life of that person and is now making the person grow wider. And that particular person also will now have those he or she is also impacting. The person who impacted you at the beginning, if he sees that happen, he will be so happy. Because there is now a chain of people that have enjoyed that particular thing that he has done. Right? Now the third question. What steps can you take to overcome barriers and maximize your potentials in the technology sector? The first thing is that you must seek alternative learning opportunities. Yes, we recognize that formal education is not the only path to gaining knowledge and skills in the technology sector. You must explore alternative learnings. If you go online, you have online courses, you have tutorials, you have open source resources, you have webinars that are teaching you. Even when you are doing any of your digital projects, if you have any problem, just go online. And then you will see a lot of lectures. Just ensure that you are engaging yourself in self-study and hands-on projects so that you can build a very strong portfolio. Then the next is leverage community resources. Make use of local community resources to overcome limited access. Don't always say, oh, this thing, I need a lot of money, I cannot do it. The little you have, start with it. By the time you know, you are growing further and further. And then when people see those, ensure that you have a mentor, because if you have a mentor, it will always encourage you to grow more. And one day you will get to that stage where you also will now become mentor yourself. So leverage community resources, attend events so that you'll be able to see what goes on. Then embrace online networking and collaboration. I already said that, for example, you can join technology-focused forums, social media groups, and professional networking sites. But before you do that, ensure that you find out the truth about that group you are joining, so that you do not go and join technology-focused group that will now become a negative thing to you in future. It is always good for us to research on any group that you want to join. So be resourceful and adaptable. That means maximize your potential by being resourceful and adaptable in the face of limited resources. Explore opportunities. So many people work remotely and they make a lot of money, right? Then the last one has to say, how can you ensure that your pursuit of profit through technology is balanced with ethical consideration and a commitment to social impact and sustainability? In this case, I will challenge you, youth, today, to rise above the temptation of unethical practices, whereby instead of using technology for something that will impact on you or that you will gain from, you are looking for shortcuts. Shortcuts can never lead you to that destination. So shy away from it, because those shortcuts can one day tarnish your image, right? So let us reject the allure of online scams and fraudulent schemes that prey upon unsuspecting. Money that you get by scamming, you can only think that you are enjoying it. Sometimes you just sit down, you are cursing yourself. So please, let's shy away from unethical practices through the use of technology. There are so many ways, so many people are really breaking even through technology. Just be patient, be focused, be hardworking, and then one day you will make it. So let us reject the allure of online scams and fraudulent schemes that prey upon unsuspecting. Instead, choose to use our skills and knowledge to create value and build trust in digital realm. Let's channel our talent endeavors to positive endeavor. Utilize this technology to solve real-world problems. These days in Nigeria, we have what we call NIDA created some centers, hubs, round about the 36 states of Nigeria. NIDA is a National Information Technology Development Agency. Their mandate is that they must go around to teach people digital skills. In the institution, that is one of their mandates, to go around and ensure capacity building in productivity tools, Excel, software development, and so on. That is their mandate. They go around the universities and then they teach the lecturers and the non-teaching. They teach them on productivity tools so that they can perform their work dutifully and easily, efficiently. But they've gone beyond that. They now created centers in different states where you have hubs, where the youths can come. Youths that have ideas, positive ideas, that are innovative. And then they come together and see how they can solve national problems. And so, a lot of people are creating hubs to ensure that our youths come together, bring down their talent. A lot of us are really talented. All you just need is a push. And so when you come together to be able to bring those ideas together, then solutions will come. Before you know it, this solution is now known worldwide, and you are invited here and there to come and solve problems outside the country. If you recall the pandemic era in 2020, everybody thought the world was over. But do you know, technology sorted out so many things. In our houses, technology sorted all the problems. Where for schools, they were being taught online. Then we now migrated to online lectures and all that. Also recall during the political, that's recently, when the Naira was nowhere. That was a cash crop and there was problem. What happened? We survived. And in as much as it was difficult for us, we were almost going cashless. Even our parents in the village, they were almost going cashless because our parents in the village, they now run to POS. They now started having smart phones. And so, in as much as it brought hardship, there was also gain in that, because all of us now became technology savvy with our phones and we're able to transact online. So, having said that to the youths, to the government, what should our focus be to unlock technological opportunities? I thank God the SSG is ably represented here. We must focus on areas that we can unlock the potentials of these youths. And one of the ways is that we must be able to create hubs where we gather them together. By so doing, we are giving them a job to go and solve a problem, a job to bring out a problem, bring out solution, and then, of course, we'll be able to bring them out of the streets. So the commitment of the government to tackling the legacy issues below will drive economic growth. It will create job opportunities and to foster innovation, and also ultimately contributing to the overall development and prosperity of the country. The first one is to strengthen the digital infrastructure. Like I said, technology is expensive. Government also needs help us in the area of bandwidth to reduce the cost of bandwidth so that access can be so easy. And then we must promote digital skills in education. Next, we must encourage innovation and entrepreneurship. A lot of people are doing that. We must facilitate cross-border collaboration, prioritize cybersecurity and data protection. This particular cybersecurity is a new course that has come on board. But this course is so expensive because in cybersecurity, you are talking about security, you are talking about policing, you are talking about building solutions that can be able to tackle some problems like we have kidnapping, Boko Haram and all that in a digital manner. And so, Nigeria should strengthen its cybersecurity framework and not robust data protection law, invest in cybersecurity infrastructure and capabilities. And then, lastly, promoting digital inclusion and bridging the digital divide. So, we want to hope that the government, one way or the other, will also come and create some innovation hubs where the youths can also come together and also assist. In conclusion, the power to shape the future of technology for profit lies in the hands of the youths. It is now our responsibility to rise above the challenges and seize the opportunity that awaits us. Let us embrace the endless possibility that technology offers while uploading ethical consideration and a commitment to social impact and sustainability. I urge each and every one of you, the youth, take action. Channel your talents, your creativity, and passion towards meaningful, technology-driven ventures. Be resilient in the face of adversity. Continuously seek knowledge and improvement and leverage your unique perspective to bring about positive change. But the journey does not just rest on the shoulders of the youth alone. I call upon stakeholders. I call upon I will leave educational institution because I'm there. But I want to tell you that in University of Delta, apart from the normal course that they are doing, we now have partnership with what we call Interkel. There is a company that came. Now we want our students at the end of graduating, you have your degree, let's say BSc Computer Science. You must also go home with a certificate, a digital technology, that's a productivity certificate, something that will do digital skill. At the end of the day, you are presenting your certificate as a BSc holder. You are also presenting a certificate that you already have gone through the digital knowledge. You can develop website. You can you already know Excel. You know database development. All that is there. For the students that are here, you paid for it, go and learn it. So that at the end, you carry that certificate, join into your normal certificate, and then anywhere you go, job is faster, job is easy for you. God will help us in Jesus' name. So for all other government functionaries, even to our distinguished community leaders, it is all of us for us to help these youth so that they can progress and be able to solve national problems, community problems using technology. So the future is in our hands. The potential is vast. Let us unite our efforts, harness the transformative power of technology, and create a world where profits, ethics, and social impact coexist harmoniously. The time for us as youth to act is now. God bless you all. Thank you.
You can do better than that, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. No wonder members of the organizing committee will have so many persons in mind to speak. After the proper considerations, the ballot fell on her that Professor Mrs. Stella Chimeke will be one of our guest speakers. So the program is purely expository. All youths in the building, I believe you have learned many things through her lecture. Madam, thank you. Thank you. We'll invite you again. I know your office. We'll invite you again. When we are preparing, this is just the maiden edition. When we are preparing for the second edition, we'll invite her, we'll invite other resource persons like her again. Thank you so much. Can we please celebrate it, madam? She is the Vice Chancellor, University of Delta, Unidad, Agbor, Professor Mrs. Stella Chimeke, and it might interest you to note she is one of our mother in Ikaland. She is from Ikaland. During the citation of her CV, maybe you need to work on that. Just tell us that she's from Ikaland. She's from my community, and Kwama community to be present. Thank you once again. And why the lecture was a progress, technology without borders, the prospects and the profits, some of our very big work in. Comrade Jerry Iwano is in the house, ever represented by Mr. Jerry Doka. We appreciate you. Thank you. The National Youth Council of Nigeria, Delta State Chapter, the chairman of Delta State Chapter, National Youth Council of Nigeria. The man we call South, the coordinator, South coordinator of all other state chairmen. Please with us, Comrade Kenneth Okori. Can we celebrate him? Thank you. Thank you. He's also from Ikaland. He's from Owanda. We appreciate you. We'd like to appreciate and welcome our brother, a professional journalist, NUD Chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, ICA Chapter, Comrade Christian Agbor in the building. We appreciate you. Thank you. And I believe as Madam was taking us through technology without borders, if you have come here as a youth without job, without a smartphone to pick some salient or important point, it means you did not represent us well academically. I must see you with your jotters. I must see you with your phones, jotting down some important points so that when you get home, you will continue to refresh your memory. And during the course of the lecture, If you have question, write it down. Sure, there will be time for question and answer section. Mrs. Amaka Agbor, we appreciate you. One of our guests, Mrs. Agbor Amaka in the building. We appreciate you. Welcome once again. You know, all work without play makes Dakuku tailoring home a dull man. As Madame was taking us through lecture, everywhere was calm. I was watching you psychologically. I was watching our cow woman, who is now a wizard in technology. A wizard in technology. If she can make it, Madame has come to tell us that if she can come thus far, we will go beyond her status in Jesus' name. So we'll invite the cultural dancer, Chicago Dance, collectively working with Onwika Christian Cultural Dance Group. In 3 minutes, make it lively for us, so that Madame, Professor will remember those days when she was 23 years. I want her to reflect her back to those days when Honorable Comrade Kenneth Okore was 23 years. When Honorable Adanchi Peter Idiom, the Adonor of Agbor Kingdom, was 30 years. Through our own Eka cultural music, Elebudiko, Ebudeka, Elebuduro, Ebudeka. Just your questions. Relax yourself before the second speaker will mount the stage. Thank you. Comrades, jump up. Comrades, jump up. AKA landlord. Landlord is with us. Thank you. Comrades, comrade is walking. Comrades, Lady Bridges, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. The Agbor is not growing. We'd like to acknowledge the persons with disabilities under the leadership of Comrade Friday Agbor. Persons with disabilities led by Comrade Friday Agbor. I appreciate you. Engineer Ignatius Agbor, electrical engineer in the building. We appreciate you. Agbor philanthropists. Appreciating the town wonders and only Christian cultural dancers. Once a leader, always a leader. Thank you so much, great philanthropists. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can we celebrate our people? Let's celebrate them. The Peterson Foundation, what you are, Eka Wonders and all Eka Christian Cultural Dance Group, you are part of this program. We must celebrate our own people. When your brother, Mr. Mike Ogudolo, when your brother is doing well, you celebrate him. They are our people. They are helping us to promote Eka language, Eka culture through entertainment. They are busy with their hands, talking about their manipulative skills. Therefore, we must celebrate them. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the first speaker. We are getting ready for the second speaker. As the second speaker is taking us through the series of his lecture, write your questions down. There must be time for question and answer section. But before the question and answer section, after the second speaker has done his bit, we will invite the very chairman of the Peterson Foundation to come and do the brief rapporteur, to come and wrap it up, to come and wrap up all that we are speaking in the capacity as top speaker. He will come and summarize it up. He will take us through series of the procedure and stimulation of microcredits, how to raise money to start small business. That's the simple way to do it. Ntechone binafia, ntechone zomafia, nani meme bide, ntechone zomafia fubo, ntechone zomafia nreme soda, ntechone nreme reform. How will I do it so that people beyond Delta, beyond Nigeria will patronize me? The very chairman and convener of this national summit will take us through that. And during the course of this training, it will also take us through scholarship training, how to access scholarship training, how to sit, how you will sit comfortably in your house, and you'll be opportune. You will have access to so many international scholarship training and program as a youth. Very important. We'll use that to keep you in suspense while we wait for the second speaker. The man, the chairman of Peterson Foundation, the very convener of this national summit, will take us through that area. It's a must. It's the must aspect. It's the peak of this national youth summit. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and well-wishers, if you have not learned anything by now that we've gone up to 45% of our program, it means you're not with us. By now, you're supposed to have learned Petrus Obanov is saying,
as an assistant general manager, investments, banking and general manager, and consumer retail and businesses as a group executive. He was also a managing partner of Home Benefits Limited, a consulting firm with specialty in financial advisory and organizational diagnosis. In Nigeria from Owanta in the Northeast local government of Delta State, Kingsley proceeded with his educational pursuit, where he obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Sociology in 1986, Master of Science degree in Industrial Sociology in 1988, and a Master of Managerial Psychology (MNP) in 2000, all from the University of Ibadan. He was a pioneer student of Essex Business School, Lagos, where he obtained a Master in Business Administration Marketing in 1997, and a doctorate degree in management with specialization in organizational leadership from the University of Phoenix, Arizona, United States in the year 2002. Dr. Eze also participated in several professional improvement programs over time. He is an alumnus of Azunta Business Leaders School, Emory United Atlanta, Georgia, United States of America, and Harvard Business School, Boston. Kids, thank you. If you want to clap, please, sir. Kingsley's core competence includes strong leadership and executive skills, strong background in banking, spending credit and marketing, remedial asset management, treasury and financial services, product development skills, and good background in planning and strategic management. He's a committed committee activist, a mentor, equestrian and vet golfer, and married with children. With a clapping ovation, I hereby present to you Dr. Kingsley the capacity and result-oriented Secretary to the State Government, SSD, ably represented by Mr. Ayusa Clappin, ably represented by Honorable Elo Agbor. Please celebrate him.
BC, Prof of Delta Agbor. Issues. And I hope I'm able to do justice to his paper. I also want to appreciate the youth in the house. Seeing you here gives this country hope, because we know that the youths are the hope of any nation. The youths are the strength of any nation. And for you to have come here to sit down, to listen and to learn, shows that we have a good future. All the youth, please give yourself a round of applause. Okay, I will be speaking on youth employment and wealth creation. My slide will not work, so I won't need the slides. I'll just speak. All right, youth employment and wealth creation. Now, we all know that youth unemployment has been a heated issue in this country. So when we talk of youth employment, we talk about opportunities that youths have to gain gainful employment. Young people represent both the current and the future of employees, which means as the working class gets older, we have an aging population, we need youths to replace them. And yes, we have a situation where we have over 41% of youths unemployed. In fact, the global statistics says that about 73 million youths are unemployed globally, 73 million. The range of unemployment is real. It's very real. So I've also argued that our youth are unemployable. And this may shock you, I think it is true. And it's not because they're not educated, no. It's not because they didn't go to school, no. It's because technology has changed the way that jobs are being done. So what we get from schools now may not fit into the present day reality when you talk of job. So yes, so far youth are unemployable. But all hope is not lost. The visa has told us about all the opportunities and all the things we can do to fit into the modern world. Okay. If you are working already, ask yourself a question. Would my job exist in the next 10, 15 years? And if you don't have a job, ask yourself that what I'm studying in school, what I aspire to be, will that job exist the next 10 to 15 years? If you ask yourself these questions, you know that you have a lot of work. If you look at the banks today, back in the days, if you go to the bank, you have a lot of tellers. You have people who we call ledger clerks. What they do, they're in a room with all the ledgers. If you go to a check, you drop it, they take it to the ledger room, the clerks will look for your file, they need to open it, they'll check your account balance, they'll fill it in, and they take it back to the teller, who will now call you and give you money. Today, that job is no longer existing. True or false? What does taking over that job? Technology, computers. Now, you go to the bank, you spend 3-4 hours then, just to withdraw even the 15 naira. But now, you don't even enter the bank anymore. You go to ATM and you draw your money. Is that not so? So the jobs as we know them are being taken over by machines. And so the problem of unemployment will continue to grow if we do not move with technology. Technology has gone ahead of us. In other clients in the Western world, you don't even see proper attendants anymore. You just go there, you put your coin, and you serve yourself. It dispenses to a point to the amount you put in, it dispenses there and then it stops. You hand the nozzle back and you drive away.
which means in a very short time, if you think, oh, I can be a fuel attendant, that job will not exist. Hello? So this is the reality of our time. It's the reality of our time. And all this is because of technology. The fourth industrial revolution has come to stay. And it is the age of digitization, the age of the connected economy. And there are certain that drive this fourth industrial revolution. And to understand these technologies that drive the industrial revolution, we may not be able to take advantage of the opportunities that it creates. Now, take note of one thing. Yes, technology has taken lots of jobs, but they've created much more. There was a study in India where they said in like 15 years, they lost about 500,000 jobs to technology. But when they checked, they also gained about 1,200 jobs created by that technology. So what does it mean? It means we must give attention to continuous learning. We must give attention to upscaling our skills, reskilling and all that. Because if you want to stay in one place, it makes the world will leave you behind. Okay, so let's look at some of these technologies that is driving the fourth industrial revolution. Those technologies are driving the fourth industrial revolution. We talk of artificial intelligence. Who knows what it means? Artificial intelligence. This describes machine that takes over the job, machine that thinks and behaves like a human being. That's artificial intelligence. Machine learning. Computers that can think like man. We have only the technology that is driving, the fourth industrial revolution. We talk about blockchain. What's blockchain? We'll be able to talk about cryptocurrency, online trading, and all that. All this is done on blockchain. And what does blockchain mean? It means you are totally not the middleman. You have your own data is secured. You don't need a third party to help you secure it. We talk of virtual reality, enhanced training, through real-world simulation. Today, pilots don't need to be in that plane to learn how to fly. They're in the simulator. Everything looks like the real thing, like you're in a plane. They train you, you take off with that plane, with that simulator, you land. You do that for many hours before you get into the real plane. You have driving simulator too. Same way. Hello? Hi. Those that go to space, same thing. They have simulator. They simulate it. How do you behave in a Sputnik, in a rocket? So when you enter the real thing, the real life craft, you know what to expect. Every feeling you get in the simulator is real. We also have biotechnology, harnessing cellular and biomolecular process for development, more efficient and clean energy. Today we talk of solar, we talk of biogas. All these are new technologies. Now the truth is this, all these I'm mentioning, people don't even know about them so much yet. Maybe in the Western world, yes. But right here, they are like new technologies for us. It may not be new in the Western world. We talk of robotics, use of robots for personal and commercial use. My boss once told me when he was in Singapore, in his hotel room, a robot came to serve him his dinner. A robot just came, programmed to go to his room, not. He opened and he saw the machine, gave him his dinner, he took it and all that. That's robots, taking the place of waiters. So even jobs that require very little skill, like waiters, is being taken over by machines. I don't know if you've heard of 3D printing. 3D printing is a very, easy way of manufacturing. You just get, like if you have a phone, you take your phone like this, you put it in the machine, which will produce this phone, which will produce it the way it is. You just keep producing it, getting all the components together, which will produce it. In a very short time, it's ready. That technology exists. Then we have the Internet of Things. Internet of Things. In a very short time, everything you have, everything you see around you, be connected to the internet. You don't need people to go on your generator. You don't need people to help. You don't even need a driver. We already have self-driving cars already being test run in the Western world. Everything you have, your refrigerator, your TV, connected. Everything is connected. That's what they call Internet of Things. Everything is connected. Recent times, we had a 5G network. during the COVID-19. Right? You know what? 5G network, I think we're thinking it's a way of 6 and all that. It's technology. That fifth generation cellular network technology is faster and more stable wireless networking. All right? We have quantum computing, higher computing power that is like millions and trillions of times more powerful than the supercomputers that we know. And of course, cloud and edge computing, which is massive storage and processing of data from a data center in nearly real-time processing of data on devices such as smartphones. On your phone now, you can access any amount of data. When I was in school, I was to write my project at the University of Calabar. I had to travel all the way from Calabar to Benin to use the library in Benin. Today, you don't need to do that. From your phone or any material you need, you get it here. Is that not technology? All right? So all these technologies is what I just mentioned is what is driving the fourth industrial revolution. But all these things also come with prospects, job opportunities, especially for the youths. For those who are in their 50s and 60s, it may be too late for them, but yet it's never too late to learn. But if you are young, you have opportunity to be better. Do not stay where you are. The knowledge you have now is simply not enough. You may be educated, you may have a first class. If you are not moving with the trend, you'll be left behind. All right? So as the world embraces the fourth industrial revolution, having the technical attitude to work and adapt to evolving technology is increasingly essential to practically all occupations. You must learn and you must be ready to adapt, because very soon technology will be competing with the job you do. Now, there was a study that was carried out, and it was seen that about 4 billion people are still not online, they are not connected, they have no internet. 4 billion people. Now, this represents a very huge avenue for job creation. As many as we are, you see Twitter, you see Instagram. If you look at the number of people connected, there are less than 4 million population of the world. Less than 4 million are who are yet to connect. And once these people are brought into, are being connected, you discover that there will be need for people who are tech savvy to do all these things, or to do the jobs that has to do with technology. So let's look at the careers that are open for youth, the future job prospects for youth. Number one is data analyst and data scientist. If you are a youth here, you can consider a career in data analyst, as a data analyst or a data scientist. Because what you do as an expert is that you will be required to manage data. Data science experts are desired in almost every field, from logistics and e-commerce to healthcare and banking. Almost every company, almost every government entity depends on big data to succeed and better serve their customers. So data science careers are in high demand, very, very high demand. And this trend will continue. So if you are in that field, you are in computer science, and you want to go into data, please do. You may think, oh, Nigeria, we're not there yet. But we are getting there. And sooner than you think. So degree programs in both data science and data analytics have been designed to develop skills that employers are seeking and provide students with the opportunity to build hands-on experience even before they graduate. Then we have the artificial intelligence and machine learning specialist. Today, if you go to look at your phone, everything is on your phone is being done by machine language. All right? People program it. Any software you use on your phone, all the software you use, maybe in the bank or in any other business where you work, if you are using any software at all, you understand that it's being programmed. It's a language that is written by somebody. So artificial intelligence is destined to create some of the most significant and disruptive innovations of the century. We are talking about self-driving cars, autonomous cars. It's artificial intelligence that drives it. Now, what does it tell you? It means that the time will come, they'll need people to manage this technology. So if you're an AI expert, of course, you'll be primed for that position. Are you following? You'll be primed for that position. So no matter what the economy is going to bring, if you are an AI expert, you understand machine language, you know that you are already, in line to take up such offers. So young students and professionals will benefit from entering into this growing field. It's a growing field, and it will keep growing. Then digital marketing. When Agbor was speaking, he talked about using your mobile phone to to do your business and make a lot of money. Yes, people make a lot of money using their mobile phone. Digital marketing has come to stay, whether we like it or not. If very soon you won't see marketers on the street anymore, because everything you do is going to be from your smartphone. So digital marketing has come to stay. It has taken over, because as long as you have a smartphone, while you have the phone, you can get information on your phone. And most people have come to depend on digital marketing platforms for various purposes, such as online shopping and all that. Even medicine, telemedicine, telehealth, everything now is in your phone. So the field of digital marketing is booming, and it has significance online. Very big significance, because online media is growing on a daily basis. And as online media is growing, so also is digital marketing. So if you're an accomplished digital marketer, you have strong analytical skills, and you have a knack for creativity, then you'll be sure that you'll do well in this field. Then of course, Internet of Things experts. The global intelligence firm known as IDC predicts that by 2025, there will be 55.7 billion connected devices worldwide, 65% of which will be connected to an IoT platform. Such an expansion will require the talent of an IoT developer with a relevant set of skills to power these devices with functional software, which means higher demand and more jobs for IoT specialists. Internet of Things has come to stay. And if by 2025, as this study predicts, we have all these things, over 55.7 billion devices connected to an IoT platform, definitely they will need lots and lots and lots of IT specialists in the world to manage this. And of course, cybersecurity. Cybersecurity vacancies are high in number. Cyber attacks are growing by the day, and although we just hear about a few of them, there are very high-profile cyber attacks on almost any organization. It doesn't matter. Recently, Bangkok University, they had their cyber hacked, and they had to shut it down, and then they had to change up passwords for every student. So even the university cyber was hacked. So they need people who are experts in cybersecurity to protect the enormous data that we have online. And the truth is this: there's no company, there's no business today, no company, no enterprise that don't have presence, online presence. Now, if you're not able to secure it, then you know that there'll be a lot of losses. The banks, your money won't be safe if you don't have a good cybersecurity expert to manage your servers. And all of us here have money in the banks. So the cybersecurity expert is another very high skill that is required in today's world of technology. So let's talk about wealth creation. Now, wealth creation can be seen as a way of building wealth over time. Now, having a job is just a means to creating wealth. It's a means to creating wealth. Now, when I say a job, I'm not talking about a paid job. Yes, paid job is okay. You may be doing your personal business. So creating wealth you must have a job, something you are doing to create wealth. For instance, if you have a job that pays you, maybe you have an 8 to 5 job that pays you money, and you feel that, okay, this money is just going to consume. If you consume everything, there's no way you can create wealth. Well, after earning, you are eating. If you can put some savings aside, because great pressure today will save for your future. Put some money aside, no matter how small. If you can invest in anything, in properties, in anything you can, please do that. Save over time and invest. Wealth can only be created over time. is not at once. It can't be immediate. You can only create wealth over time. And one way you can create wealth is by being consistent with the things that you do. So if you must create wealth, you must learn to discipline yourself. You must be deliberate in your approach to saving. You must be deliberate in your approach to saying that you don't eat your future. Now, the only way you can also create wealth is to ensure a steady inflow of income. Even though you are not employed, if you have a business that brings in money and you are consistent at maintaining that business, it's one of the ways you can help to live a comfortable life in the future. Retirement can be a challenging phase of life. So if you're when you're working, you don't save for the rainy day, you find that retirement, you are going to have a lot of challenges. So how do you create wealth? One, you should start by setting a financial goal for yourself. Keep in mind that your goal needs to be realistic. Don't be overexcited about your goals. Don't aim too high. Make it realistic. Something that is achievable. Something that is achievable. Having a well-balanced and diversified portfolio will guarantee that your risk is under control. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you are a businessman or you are a youth and you just start business, don't look for quick money schemes. Try to invest in your business, be considerate at it, and as you do so, you'll be growing your wealth gradually, and as you do that, you'll be sure of success. So in conclusion, I want to say this. You must understand that the way jobs are being done today is changing, and as youths,
Dr. Kingsley Eze Emo from Owanta, we appreciate you so much. Our brother who is standing in for him, Honorable Elon Budo, we appreciate you. Can we please celebrate him? Don't worry, our ushers will get to you. They are from Peterson Foundation. Hospitality is one of our watchwords. We must get to you. We don't discriminate. Once you are a human being, who is in the building, I celebrate him. Thank you. Dr. America Martins, one of our PRO and one of our artisans group in the metropolis. Dr. America Martins in the building. We appreciate your presence. The very president of Agbor Community Youth, Comrade Ozioma Oye, president of Agbor Community Youth. We appreciate your presence. Thank you. Comrade Cedric Ebom, MD CEO Wake Up Oil, one young man that is not lazy, always working to make both hands meet. Director Wake Up Properties, Cedric Ebom is in the building. We appreciate you. Thank you. Comrade Emeke Owamo, accountant by excellence. One man you must meet. One man that loves education so much. We appreciate you. Thank you. Director Sky Press Limited, Mr. Koro Mwangod, MDCO Sky Press Limited, young and gentle, a guru in the printing business. He has also come to improve and leverage on his own skills and abilities. We appreciate you. Thank you. Comrade Friday, Ike is in the building. We appreciate you. Thank you. Mr. Timex, one of us, another good professional tutor and teacher. Mr. Timex in the building. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Engineer Ignatius Sokboko, electrical engineer, electrical guru, we appreciate you. Thank you. One man, the Peterson Foundation must meet. Thank you so much. Having done with the first speaker and the second speaker, We'll go to item number 12 on our program. We are through with youth employment and wealth creation. We are through with technology without barriers or borders. Now, in the capacity as top speaker, we will invite someone to come and do the brief repertoire, to come and sum it up. That's what we mean when we say brief repertoire, to come and summarize everything that they have been teaching us. It's a series of teaching, so that at the end of the day it will be more important, it will be more valuable to ourselves and our environment. At the end of this program, when we return back, we'll look inward and see so many opportunities that we can grow and become a more better youth. That is what the National Summit, National Youth Summit, powered by the Peterson Foundation, represent today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very big honor to invite the convener of this National Youth Summit. One man that has PhD in redefining the abilities of the youth. One man you must meet. One man, if you have met him, you've interacted with him for 2 hours or even 1 hour, your life must change. One man that a CAF federal constituency must wait for. In the next 3 years, you will know what I'm talking about. In the next 4 years, Professor Mrs. Stella Chemeke and other persons like us will testify. Only with our testimony we will speak for him, and it will speak for himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Donald Peterson, convener, National Youth Summit, will invite him to the podium to do the brief repertoire.
The representative of the Secretary to Delta State Government, our brilliant, intelligent, awesome Vice Chancellor of the University of Delta, Professor Chemeke, dignitaries here present, the Council of Chiefs from the Asian Kingdom of Agbor. Please allow me to stand on the existing program. The MC said, coming to sum it up. How can I sum up what the professor has already delivered? Where will I start from summing up what a technocrat par excellence, an erudite scholar, Dr. Gislim has said? How do I sum it up? Please, allow me to say my own thing. Our great youth, I greet you. I bring you good tidings from the Peterson Foundation. Our core value is adding value to life. And that is what we are here to do. We have been taught and lectured on wealth creation. And besides, that lecture given by Honorable Obodu was actually scribbled and pieced together a few minutes ago. But while he was delivering, did you know he just did it now? You see, that's the importance of having an enlightened mind and getting educated. I thank you once more, my brother. And please, a big round of applause for him. And if you watch and listen carefully to our professor of computer science delivering a lecture, you will know that education is sweet. I watched her do justice to that topic, and of a truth, I'm immensely blessed. Please, a huge round of applause. What I'm here to do right now is to bring us the meat of the matter. Some of the things that our youth are eagerly waiting for to hear. Because, Prof, right here, you will see members of the artisans group in Ika Federal Constituency, ably represented here. You will see the physically challenged people, ably represented here. In fact, they came very early. What that shows us is that our youth are eager and ready to learn. So I thank you, youth. Now we want to start from, we have 3 categories of people here. Please pardon me, it's just the way I want to categorize it. We have young men who probably are through with their master's degree and they want to further their education, going further for a PhD. And some of these courses are not here. They're not easily found here. And not just that they are not easily found here. There is a recent wave, which I like to call a craze, called Japan, going everywhere, blowing all over the country. Why do people want to Japan? People are seeking for greener pastures. But when you do this Japan, according to our own Madame Okonjo-Iweala, he said, when you are doing this Japan, open your eyes very well to Japan very well, and as you Japan, you also remember to come back and help to develop this nation. It's on that premise I'll give my talk. Because this Japan, if you want to look at it in depth, and I believe that Dr. Kingsley and Professor Chemeka will agree with me, is a brain drain. But guess what? There's a country that did it. They survived, and they're doing well today. Although the style with which they did it is that they incubated this brain in their own country before exporting them, that is India. 1947 and 1957 are very important dates in the history of China and in the history of India. 1947, Chairman Mao Zedong decided, envisioned that a 50 years program, he wants to see China being the industrial hub of the world. So he closed the door and started what they call copy technology. The copy technology. Whatever they import into China, they copy it and mass produce it. 50 years after, we all can see that the world is even manufactured in China. If you watch, most of the things you're wearing in your body is made in China. So I won't be wrong if I say some people are made in China. That is the vision of one man. Then, 10 years after, it came the turn of the Indians. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, Nehru came up and said, I don't want Indians to leave. Rather, I want us in 50 years' time to be the technology hub of the world. And he set up Indian Institute of Technology. People mocked him at that time. Even his party members. He was close to being stoned. Now, what do you mean? India will be technology hub of the world when you have Europe and you have America. How can we be? But he believed in his vision. He set it up. Today, you agree with me that in Silicon Valley, most of the companies there, 2/3 of the CEO are Indians. Not just Indians that were born in America, but Indians that were born in India, trained in IIT before being exported abroad. And today, what India earns from IT industry is about the size of the GDP of this country. You see, you might ask how. When you register domain name, don't you pay for it? Where do you think a percentage of that money goes? It goes to India. You see, they've perfected it. Now, this is our own time. We've heard of the rise of the Asian tiger. They've all risen from Vietnam to Cambodia to Singapore to Malaysia to Indonesia.
They are doing well. I ask myself and us, we all, when will the time of the African lion be? And I say the time starts now. Let it start from somewhere. What do I mean when I mean the time of the African lion? If you watch, Africa is about 1.1 billion people. Out of this 1.1 billion people, we have over 65% as youth. So you're looking at a border of 700 million people in Africa are youth. That means that the world seeks that youthful energy that we have. And how then do we convert this youthful energy to good use? That is what I'm here to talk about. And to talk about it, I'm talking about it in relation to our country, Nigeria, and a case study, Delta. Not just talking about Delta, charity begins at home, our Ikala. Now, we look at our youths that are armed already with master's degrees from various universities. Most of them will want to japa. They don't have land to sell, they don't have house to sell, which used to be the norm, where you sell your father's house, sell your father's land, and just run to a country you don't even know of. It won't be like that anymore. So what we are doing at Digital Foundation, if you know you have a master's degree and you want to go abroad to study, come. We will talk with you. We will link you through the information that is at our own disposal. And through the network that we have, don't forget my school at the London School of Economics, so I have a network of friends all around. Now, we will link you up to universities abroad that we give scholarship to that program you want to run. And apart from that, there are some countries where some of the public universities are free for PhD programs. We will also let you know these countries. So we're not claiming to be an agent. We are not your agent. We are only going to play the role of a mentor to you. You will do it yourself. So there won't be any middleman between you and what you are doing. You'll do it yourself. I recall there are some people here who will bear me witness to this thing I want to say. In 2019, when I came back to Agbor, and I started talking about IELTS exam, that you can do this exam and leave this place with a resident permit. Nobody believed. They said he has come. He just wants to take your money. And I wonder which money we are going to take. We gathered the youth. 80 people, 40 people indicated interest of running this program. We even got a resource person coming from Asaba every weekend to come to the university, then to the college, to come teach our youth. We're paying that person. Out of the 40 people, we paid 90,000. We paid out 90,000 each for them to register for this exam. That's the person that they are saying you want to take your money. I paid about 3.6 million for people to go and enroll for this exam. Only 20 enrolled. The other 20 took our money. So people collected the money from my house and went to a nearby beer parlor and said, I've collected my own share of the national cake. Who have collected? That man is a very stupid man. How can he say I will leave? Me that I've not gotten to Lagos before. I don't even have a passport. He said they will give me resident permit. This I don't want to do. But guess what? Out of the 20 people who took our money and sat for it, just one little girl called Scholar Archer. How many people know Scholar Archer here? A few people know her. Very quietly. But she was in Unimed doing her master's there. She sat for this exam and scored 8.0. Other people scored 7.0, 7.5. You know, these countries, they want the best of us. You know, so they started writing her. That was in 2019.
Then came in the COVID. When COVID came, the program was suspended. And people came and said, we told you Peterson is no good. He's just lying to you. All these things is story. Don't be surprised that, you know, he runs a software development company. He's the one answering those emails that they are going back and forth. He set it up. He's the one responding. That there's nothing like that. And this girl and mother will cry to my house and say, sir, why is this thing like this? This is what they told us. I said, who will you believe, me or them? Have I taken anything from you? Rather, I've been giving you. If I'm giving you, then ask me. What do I then want from you? You address me as daddy. I call you my daughter. I've never asked anything of you. Think deep. And the mother said, yes, it's true. I think this man is a good man. So they went on. 2021, they called on the program. And guess what? As at June 2022, Scholar actually left the shores of Nigeria with a resident permit. She is in Canada. This is somebody that has never gone to Lagos. The first time she went to Lagos or Abuja was because of this program. Today, she is in Canada with a resident permit. And guess what? The guy who said he wants to marry her is also in Canada. She invited the guy over. So you see what knowledge can do and what staying true and being focused can do to someone. So I hope next time we talk about IELTS, I know the youth now will come, they will rush for it. And madam, I want to ask and plead with you that you give us a small classroom where we can teach people how to pass this exam. It's not a very hard exam, but has a bit of complications, and there is need for someone who knows about it to teach them and put them through on how to pass this exam. Thank you, madam. As you graciously listen and approve our request. Now, that's IELTS gone, and the people who want to do masters, people who want to do their PhD. Same also if you want to do your master's degree. How many people have heard of the Czech Republic? Czech Republic is in Europe, so they spend euros. If you are thinking of Japan, schools are free in Czech Republic. You want to take your courses in English? Guess how much it's going to cost you? 20 euros. It's only going to cost you 20 euros for you to school in Czech Republic. So what are you waiting for? You're going to take opportunity. Do it yourself and leave. So that when you go, you're done, you can come back and help us here. Don't forget home. It's on that premise that we're doing all of this. Now, you may say, I'm not armed with a degree. How will I live? All this things they're talking about is for people with degrees. No. Guess what? You know, the world population is aging. And because of social issues and cultural issues, there are some countries where they are no longer reproducing, allow me to use that word, the way we are doing in Africa. Some people just believe that husband and wife get together and have one child. Some people even believe that man to man get together, haven't heard of gay marriage, get together and don't have a child. So somehow it's affecting the population and the demography of that area. It's also happening to us here, but it's not very pronounced. I'll give two examples of two cities. One in Switzerland, one in our own Delta here. There's this in Switzerland, and please fact check me. Believe what I'm telling you. Fact check me. You have phones. There's a city in Switzerland called Albinen. Albinen. Check it. It's in Switzerland.
Hello?
Albinen, we pay you and your wife $20,000 to move to Albinen, as long as you covenant to live in Albinen for 5 years. They'll pay you $20,000. And if you have children, up to 3 children, they pay $10,000 extra. Then you get 50,000 naira for moving to Agbor. You don't have to go to school, you don't have to be in school, you don't have to be educated. Just that you are a person married and have children, or you are able to have children. They will pay you for that. You want to wonder why they're doing, are you wondering why they're doing that? I will give you an example. How many people know a community they call Omumu here? Omumu. If you have gone to Omumu around 9, between 9 and 11 a.m., please, what do you see when you get to the community? Can anybody say? Very lonely, very quiet. But it wasn't like that 10, 15 years ago. Where are the youth there? They've all moved out. So that community is empty. The same thing is what is happening in Switzerland. Not that they moved out. They are no longer giving birth the way they used to give birth because of belief and stress of living and cost of living. So the population is dwindling. So now they are looking for immigrant population because of the way the system is structured. Their system is simply based on a Bantu philosophy, which is, I need you to be me, you need me to be you. I will explain. How? You see, it is where the younger generation take care of the older generation. You understand? That's what it means there. But now, you have the older generation, no young people to take care of them anymore. So they need you. You can see that how important you are. I'm very sure that after today, after this one, maybe everybody want to leave the country. Now, I hope you are fact-checking me. I hope you've checked the city. Please, check. You have phones. Check Agbor. Now, not just Agbor. A lot of people have heard of Italy. You have people going to Italy. We know the state, neighboring state where who are going to Italy to do some things. But we will not go like that. Let us go and do the right thing. There is a place in Italy called Precision. It's an Italian word, so it's, if I don't pronounce it well, I'm not an Italian. It sounds like Precision. Precision will pay you 500 euro monthly for 20 years for moving over to Precision. And that 500 euro is for groceries, monthly, for you to move over to Precision. So this one that you are going to embassy to go and queue for visa and be looking for agent to pay for and sell one land, sell one house and they cheat you. You don't need all those. You just need to get onto the right programs that they will pay you to come. Isn't that better? Exactly. Thank you. Also, that is not. There are so many things I can go on and on, but let me finish the issue of cities with this last one. There's a city in Greece called Kitera. I hope I'm correct with the pronunciation, but you can check. Kitera. Kitera is a city in Greece where they have empty houses because the owners of these houses are dead, they don't have kids. These houses are dilapidated. So when you, in the interest to move to Kitera, their home office will help you with your visa, that's relocated visa, and they will allocate a house for you for €1. It's there on their site. Check it. Fact check it. You pay €1 for the house. As long as you maintain the house and you live there for 5 years, the house is yours. So I ask, even it's a good way to Japan. It's a good way to Japan. So that phrase in the Bible that my people suffer for lack of knowledge, you can now see it, right? Knowledge is coming out. Because of we are constrained with time, let me talk about other issues so that I don't bore you with all the cities. There are so many cities around the world. All you need to do because after this program, we're going to have College of Mentorship, which I know that Madam, Dr. Kinsley, Dr. Agbor, and others who very much subscribe to that college of mentors. Because, just as we said, we need you. I need you to be me, you need me to be you, you understand? They'll mentor you, they'll put you through. But we at Peterson Foundation will also help you. After this program, there will be URL that you can click and fill your digital form and let us know what you're interested in. And there will always be someone to respond to or guide you through. We are not doing it for you, don't forget, you are doing it yourself. But where you have challenges, you have questions, you'll be able to get back to us and we will help put you through. Now, you might also say, I don't want to go to Switzerland, I want to be sure that I have a job, I have need, I want to be sure how much will I earn. Do you know that, do you know that as a tanker driver, how many people here have uncles or cousins that are driving tankers or articulated vehicles? You know, articulated vehicle, that's trailer, what we call trailer here. Articulated vehicle, trailer, tanker. How many people have cousins that are driving that here? Do you know that Canada needs tanker drivers? Guess how much your salary will be? They pay between 95,000 Canadian dollars to 122,000 Canadian dollars per annum. That is on the average of $10,000 per annum. And let me break that $10,000 for you. If you decide to rent a house, let's say you are living, you want to rent a flat, a 2-bedroom flat, in any of the cities on the average in Canada, you pay $1,200, that's $1,200 out of your $10,000 salary a month. Your groceries, other expenses and all that is less than $5,000. So you can actually save $5,000. $5,000 in our currency is how much today? Almost 4 million. So you see. You see, this is just we are constrained with time, there are so many. So that's why we say open your heart, open your mind to learn. Okay? That this program is not for people going for PhD or masters alone. Even people that have not gone to school. Guess what? What we have in abundance in a nation, in Delta State and in Nigeria, are what? You know what we have in abundance? You know? The youth. Just go outside one day. Do a kind of survey. As you go outside, count 100 people. When you meet 100 people, you meet 110 that are below the age of 60. Count 100 people, you meet 110. You know? So you see, we have them in abundance. But other countries don't have as such. And more so, that we have been told, and I hope I'm right, that by 2050, our population will hit 450 million. This is 2023. How many years to 2050? 27 years time. If we hit 450, we are a little over 200, and things are like this. What do you think will happen when we are 450? Your guess is as good as mine. So take advantage of some of these opportunities and do yourself some good while these opportunities are still valid. Now, some people might say, all I just want is, I work on the farm. That's all I do. And farm now, I can't go again because of these issue of these people, herdsmen, that are driving us from the farm. I can't go to farm, I can't go to anywhere again. But guess what? They are looking for farm hands in Australia, in New Zealand. They are looking for farm hands. You can take advantage of this. You don't have to be very well educated to do this. All what matters is your willingness to work and your age is what you need. So this program is for everybody. Nobody is excluded from this program. But of course, we know that there are some people here who we also know that there are some people here where they are not interested in the Japa craze. They want to stay put here, to develop this country. Like me, I don't want to Japa. I want to stay here. Enough of Japaring. It's here. We are tired of Japa, so we want to stay here. Now we are villagers. So this one goes to my co-villagers and my brothers that they don't want to Japa. Is what we learned from our father and our leader, Senator Dr. Ato Ifeanyi, is that we should be able to share love, promote love. When I have, I should be able to break and share it with you. And that is human capacity development. He has demonstrated it in several ways. So for that we have learned from him. So how then do we do that? Here you have the physically challenged people here. Most of them might say, I don't want to go, I want to remain here. This is for you, my brothers and sisters, and also other ones that are not interested in Japan. Is that starting from July, we will start the monthly stimulation of micro businesses. Now, how do we do this? First, there is need for enrollment. Enrollment not be to come start primary school. Enrollment are to put you for list. So that we know your name, your number, and we have your details and what you want to do, so that we can help to advise you where need be. If you need advice, we'll be able to advise you. And we won't just stop at advising, we'll give you cash money for you to start with. But please, you know, when you talk about money, everybody wants money, everybody wants to say they want money, everybody wants to protect their children and their sisters. Please, you see, if you are not poor, and God has not made you poor, if you can afford it, don't come for it. Because, as the Bible said, you only be giving courses on your destiny. So for people, allow people who need it, who cannot afford it, to come for it. Don't block people's success. And like I said to all the Peterson Foundation staff, our family members are exempted. So don't bring your brothers and sisters there. We are disqualified. Like, I can't bring any member of my family. So you too cannot bring your own. So we're all disqualified. Let other people have it. You are earning enough to help people. So what we do, immediately after the program, there will be a youth program for that, where you can enroll, put in your name. We want to look at starting, we have a monthly of 50 people who get, I don't want to say the amount, but something very reasonable to start a micro business. And the reason is, we want to have increased productivity in incarnation, where anybody you see will have something they are doing. Anybody you meet will have something they are doing. We don't want to be land of beggars. You know, there are some places you go, it is not cultural, but habitual for you to see or for people to go begging. But ours is not like that. We have a proud heritage. We are Ikas. We are Ika people. and carriole, so we will not beg. Rather, we will earn, we will produce, and we'll have higher productivity. So, having said all of this, I know you have questions, so we'll get to questions and answers. But before we do that, there is something very dear to our heart that we really want to do. Is some time ago, we went to the University of Delta. We invited to the Founders Day, and I saw how the VC and our principal officers organized the Founders Day. And I saw how our leader and our father, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi, was honored that day. And that day, a new realization came into my heart. And I said, for this man that has done this much for Delta State, Delta State is the only state that has 4 state universities. I stand to be correct. A big round of applause for our former governor. And I felt that we all should contribute our own part to making education better and easier, and to encourage, to motivate our youth in their quest to learning. So we instituted an academic endowment fund for the University of Delta, where we said that the best graduating students, first class, we get ₦1 million. And we said, best graduating students in the Faculty of Social Sciences, I'm proud of Social Sciences, we get ₦500,000. And we also said that the best graduating student in the Department of Cybersecurity, first class category, we get 250,000. We also said, as the title begins, so I'm an economist, I won't forget my constituency, that the best graduating student from the Department of Economics will also get 250,000. We have made that proclamation, but we've not made it formal. So I'd like to call on the VC, University of Delta, to come and let's do the presentation of our formal letter for the establishment of this academic endowment. So, lastly, before the questions start flying, we have done the Japa, we have done the how to affect and impact business at home. Let's not forget that this town also has one very important institution, the College of Nursing. You know we have College of Nursing right in this town, in the Carnation. Guess what? Do you know that nurses are needed all over the world? From UK to Canada to Australia, all over the world. And every year we are bringing them out in droves. And some of them are saying they are looking for hospitals where they are going to work. So as a nurse, what are you waiting for? Please, come and go. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be very ready to answer your questions now. Thank you.
Can we please celebrate this living legend, Your Excellence, His Empowerment himself, the honor who will use the empowerment the environment guru, political juggernauts, technocrats, economics for excellence, one man who is highly traveled, very experienced, one man that has multiples of degrees in his curriculum vitae. Dr. Donald Peterson is a very rare gift to us, celebrating again. And touched by every forces that works within me. I know at the end of this program, we'll have cause to say, God, thank you, because I'm now a better person. Thank you. When he was talking about the micro credits, everywhere was on fire. Thank you. I told us earlier on that at the end of this national summit, we will be exposed to so many opportunities that we don't know before. So many opportunities. Madam, not be our fault. It's not our fault. Because it takes proper mentorship before we'll get to our destination. And thank God for the lives of our resource persons, the convener and chairman of this foundation, and so many other persons who is working assiduously for the progress of the Maiden edition, this Maiden edition of this National Youth Summit. I stand to say it without fear or favor, Madam, that this is the first. God, the law of Agbor, this is the first of its kind. This is the very first time we are seeing this time. This is the very first time we are seeing this magic and empowerment in our doorsteps. Thank you, Dr. Donald Peterson and the team. Thank you. And while the convener was on stage doing the reporting, some of our loved ones, some of our very VIPs walk in before the question and answer section. I know we are salivating for questions. Comrade Vincent of Seattle, we love you so much. Thank you. You are part of this program. Prince Joe Marine, Prince Joseph, Joe Marine, very good friends who appreciate you. Thank you. Believing in us. Comrade Happiness Omebere, immediate tax exit to Delta State Government, youth with a difference. We appreciate you. Comrade Dr. Liberty Waji, the National Secretary of our Youth Council, the National Secretary of all youths in our Comrade Dr. Liberty Waji is in the building. We appreciate you. Comrade Patrick Uchanya, reporter from Ikawoki Tabloids, the very editor of Ikawoki Tabloids. I appreciate you. Comrade Jeremiah Okota, NT Secretary, a cast out local government area, is with us. So I appreciate you. My deputy chairman, NT, a cast out. No teacher, no nation. No woman, no nation. Comrade Ewubo Boxer. Comrade Boxer, maybe we appreciate you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe by now some persons can write. They are writing some questions down. Some persons can use the microphone. We have microphones that we use for the question and answer section this time around. But before this, I have a question with me. I think I'll start from this. The question goes like this. And when they are asking all these questions, we are writing. The Peterson Foundation, they are writing. Our resource persons are writing. Madam knows what to do. Thank you so much for the opportunity that our erudite professor mentioned during the course of her lecture, that there are technological innovation hubs to train students on technological skills in her school, University of Delta, Agbor. Please, madam, where can we locate this in your school, UNILE, and what are the skills available to the students? Thank you. From Mr. Jacob. I have your question. I've done that. Now we'll go back to the audience. I'm coming. Here, I believe many of us are in car. They're not ashamed for this. Here, you know, say me, I don't go school. I don't sabi speak English. O many am asuibo, ya swabo. Iye ma so, ya swab. O many woya wo, ya swawo. O many woyu mwede, ya su mwede. O many wonyo wa, ya swawa. You get junta in a very short form. He address say, Enfamo Tony Okobia. Wonya Kumasi. This is my question. Then also money. So please, we'll start from the podium. Microphones is available in a coordinated way. Everyone must participate in this question and answer session. After the questions, we will answer your questions by the grace of God. They have the law. They have the law of Agbor. One day.
Thank you very much. The youths, thank you very much. The VC, well, all protocol duly observed. I have a question to ask. This is a very good idea. I thank the organizers. But I'm surprised that the organizers never thought about sports as a tool for youth empowerment. But I feel strongly that discussions of youth empowerment cannot be complete without sports impact as a sector. You agree with me that technical competence is not synonymous with good management. Our capacity, compassionate and experienced VC can find a way to include sports by building a mini stadium in our university for the youth as a legacy for her. We have many Victor Osimhen here. We have many basketballers here. We have so many of actually talented sportsmen and women, youth here. They can take us to a greater height, but they are handicapped. They cannot buy sports equipment. They cannot buy boots, ball, sports jerseys. But we are aware that clubs, international clubs, they go around scouting for talents. I believe that if the VC can help in building the mini sports stadium at the university as a legacy for her, I think those that scouts might come from England, might come from Spain, might come from Italy, from different places to help our youth. Please, Peterson, I'm appealing to you and the VC that people should put us together to do something about this. This is what I have to say. Thank you very much.
Question put Penalty Chairman, Ika South.
Thank you, my amiable MC. Sounding on the already established protocol, I want to go straight to my question, which said, as a young teacher serving in Delta State, in Camp Nation, what is the possibility of getting teaching job abroad? Amidst racism, I realize that a black man is always in contest among white people. Not to talk of a black man teaching a white child in the class. What is the possibility of getting teaching job with our age? And maybe you're already serving as a teacher here. You will leave the job here. Will your life be better there as a teacher? That's the question. With respect to this chapter of the thing that my dog has just told us. Thank you.
you. Question noted. Children.
Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Honor they say is given to whom honor is due. I'd like to respectfully give credence to the representative of His Royal Majesty, Dr. Benjamin Kabwe Kuzi, Ikechukwu Kabwe Kuzi, the first CEO in the Agbor Kingdom. I also like to appreciate our erudite scholar, the prolific writer. I want to also appreciate the organizers of this program, specifically the president and founder of the Without Foundation. Now, when the second speaker was talking to us, he told us so much on the job possibilities or possible careers for the youth, as it has to be. In relation to technology, he took us through various job opportunities like data analyst, becoming a data analyst, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, cyber security experts, and the rest of them. But at the commencement of the lecture, he told us that our youths are unemployable due to the technological advancements. Now the issue is this, or the question is this: what is the hope that if the youths, or our youths, massively move and advance into technology, what is the possibility of them being employed? Considering the facts arising from this lecture that most of the job opportunities have been taken over by technology.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now to the prof. The lecture was explicit. May I just humbly make a request that I will have a soft copy of your lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. If you are asking questions, your name and your question direct, please.
Hello. My name is Mosheri Felix, aka Lionel. Allow me to use broken trees, not apology, because I've gone around and I see that almost 40% here are artisans, or how do you call it? Artisans. So no, let's speak broken. The way to also involve there. My question is say, Moga, Majida, this is my lecturer. So my question is say, you know, say, you already said it. Our children are key intelligent, can't children. So the point is, most of them are even advanced in their OT and can mess up this program. So even now, what I'm asking is, you said you will take form, you fill your form, and we should do ourselves. I will go finish the points. We don't know so they don't have, they use their own Peterson Foundation, they write everything like you. And we fill form finish. We go ahead and play. We go America. We reach one warehouse, they put us, open our belly, harvest our organ. So, in that point, please, we want to know the rights of, or give us the idea on how we will say, this is your website. Or if we're in doubt, where to go to. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. General. In not which side.
My name is Suraj Mayago. This one is a very good one. No matter how we want to encourage youth, we must start from somewhere. I would suggest that we have a summit for parents. A summit for parents. Because most of these youth who grow up, they never had good upbringing from parents. We need parents to be there so that from the very beginning, we want to encourage, what we are teaching them, what we are saying to them, they already have that background, and all this is to be imbibed in them. Because what we are seeing today in our youth, in our children, at the end of the day, whatever I say here will be will not go well. So please, I suggest that we should have a group of parents so that we give them the right way to grow, so that whatever we're telling them will go into them the right way. Then number two again, please. All these things we are saying, if we go to our schools, our government schools, you now discover that the equipment, the learning facilities there, they are not present in our government schools. For you to get good quality education, you need to pay heavily for private schools for you to have such. So please, the SSG, the regulator of SSG here, let the message be pushed across to the state government to, if possible, improve on the facilities in our schools, so that even before this kind of thing, most of our children must have gotten to know about the technology, computer and all that. Most who don't have anything about computer. That's my point.
Thank you. Yes, that man.
Thank you. Standing on the existing protocol, my name is Magaji Tigom Zakaria. I want to ask few questions by the exposition of the representative of the SSG. All of our youth are unemployable. If today, as a new or a fresh graduate, you graduate from university, and most of the private and public sector are expecting 5 years experience before they employ you. If all the sectors are looking for experienced persons, who will employ the unexperienced? 1. 2. Delta State is blessed with both atmospheric and natural mineral resources. For example, we have glass sand as a natural resources here. But in Delta State, I believe the government are aware that this glass sand can be used to manufacture glass. Yet we don't have industries. Then how do we create employment for Deltans and Nigerians? Then back to my amiable professor, my vice chancellor. The question I want to ask in terms of technology, Nigeria and Africa has been hashtagged as one of the industrial hub for cyber crime.
That's not question. Your question, please.
Excuse me, I'm going there, please. Now, you talk about collaboration. You discover that how many of you are aware that Facebook, Instagram, and other pages, before you get verification to be paid, you will have to undergo rigorous different stages before you are being verified. How do we get collaboration and get validity in times of technology? Then the last question is, you talk about collaboration as well with other sister agencies. How do we verify some of those sisters agencies that are genuine and legit, that we can also use their means in order to get the right information at the right time for the right purpose? Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, that man.
Women are there here. Ladies are not here.
I'm Dr. Wakina Stephen by name. Yes, as a matter of fact, our father here, Dr. Donald Peterson, has spoken well. And I'm appreciating for everything have been doing for us in the Ghana. I didn't hear him speak about research and research grants. Research grants and scholarship for research. I am a PhD holder, and I know what I suffered to get my doctorate. I actually majored in military history, and I schooled at Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA. Now, in Ekaland, we don't encourage research, scientific research, historical research. And recently, I put together a book on the carnation in the Nigerian Civil War. And the Chief of Defense Staff in Agbor wrote the foreword of that book. And now the question is, what is this foundation doing for us? Collaborate to improve research. And again, please let me land. And again, I understand that our people, especially the physically challenged ones amongst us, a lot of them are artisans. Now, how do we help them in terms of education? Some of them who want to really further their education, your foundation, what are you doing to help them? It's not enough getting them just to be shoemakers and some of those artisans. I understand. Myself, I was born physically challenged. This one is artificial. And I struggled through life to get a PhD. What are we doing to help the physically challenged to get through education? Since we say education is not a scam, if we must believe that. Thank you.
Thank you. And female, this time around, female, so that we can balance the gender. Thank you.
Okay, I'm from Miracle, so from Unity, I'm from Mobile. I have just 2 questions. The first one is, what happens if as a youth, you do not have required capital to start up a business? And what is in your mind to Japan? Do you think you have made the right decision? Okay, let me come to this now. Somebody like me, I'm a student of Unity, I have a skill. I don't have the required capital. That is the explanation for the first question. Then the second question is, are there other ways the youth can be helped, other than enlightenment on financial matters? You keep on enlightening us on financial matters, doing seminars, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the youth are still stranded. So what are the ways? You understand? What are the remedies that can solve this?
Thank you. Another female. Your names and your questions. Direct.
Thank you. My name is Ikechukwu Cynthia Chine. My question, I'm from Vienna. My question is, as a biochemistry graduate, believing that as a biochemistry graduate, that biochemistry are well recognized in outside countries in Nigeria. So how can a biochemistry graduate travel outside country and still get employed there? That's my question.
Thank you. Next, the microphone.
Somebody's.
The microphone. Then some questions.
Good afternoon, Madam Vice Chancellor, and all protocols fully observed. I am Ezekiel Igodopero. By the grace of God, I am the Secretary of ICA Student Nationwide. I have a question concerning the agencies you spoke about that are into tech development in our society today. I've been privileged to attend one of their industrial trainings, and I observed that their facilities are not up to date, and they have less facilities, less computers to facilitate some of these programs. So what is the place of government in this? Because you can't attach 3 trainees to one computer and you expect them to become very grounded when it comes to programming. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so that we not forget some of our questions, the microphone will locate our resource persons now so that we'll answer all these questions that they've asked for now. And after providing answers to all these questions, we'll return back to the audience to hear some other questions. If you know somebody has asked what you're supposed to ask, is there need to repeat such question? No. Madam, please.
Thank you very much. Please permit me to sit. The first question has to do with Tech Innovation Hub in the University of Delta. In the University of Delta, we have a center that is called Center of Excellence. If you visit the Center of Excellence, we have about 120 computers that are there. That particular center is actually led specifically to train the students employability skills, productivity skills, and then at the end you will now have a certificate for attendance for that particular course. But if you intend to now go further, maybe you want to be Cisco certified or web designer certification and all that. In that case, you have to pay by yourself. What the university have done is to create this particular partnership with Interkel so that we can be able to ensure that before the student leaves the school, they will have some knowledge of employability skill. And also note that by the time they get to 300 level, we have what we call entrepreneurship skill that they must have. There is what we call CED, entrepreneurship course, that is also 3 units in 300 level. It's a mandatory course, whereby in that particular course, you are not just trained on skills like what we have, sewing, tailoring, painting, and all that. Apart from that, NUC have now decided that we should go further instead of just giving the student that skill, because it's a mandatory course, they must do it. Now, they will now create hubs that these students on their own must create problems they want to solve. And then that now brings in digital marketing. All that will be included in the CEB. But for that particular center that we have, it's just to give them the employability skills. At the end of the day, maybe 6 months, they will now have certificate. Mind you, as a student of University of Delta, you are paid for it. So if you go, you get certificate. You don't go, you have cheated yourself because you are paid for it. It's included in your school fees. So you need to go visit the center at your own time. You will see the director there, they will tell you what and what to do. Then secondly, we're talking about sports as a tool for youth empowerment. Yes, it is true that all work and no play makes Jack a dull person. We all know that in all institutions, sports is part of the training that a student must undergo. We have a sports director. From time to time, they are teaching them the different sports. By the special grace of God, our prayer is that we'll have a better stadium. Mind you, the Agbor, that's the Agbor campus. You can see that we are constrained when it comes to space. So if you are talking of a stadium, that Agbor campus cannot. It can only have a mini stadium. So what we need to do is to ensure that we'll create a better mini stadium from the facilities that we have. Hoping that by the special grace of God, all the camp, home and abroad, will one day tell us we have a vast land for you to expand. Then we can have a very big stadium that will help the institution. Yes, we need a stadium, we have it. In the other campus, we also have a mini stadium. Then the third question has to do with possibility of getting a teaching job outside the country. Recall when I was talking, I said you need to be online to see what is going on. You have an interest. When you visit online, you'll be able to know the trend of things. There are some countries that are crying out, that are online, asking people who want to be a teacher to come. Before you take such step, first of all, ask yourself, do you understand the people you are going to teach over there? You are in Nigeria, they hear your language. You want to go to abroad where language is very, very key. And if you can ask those of our people that are outside the country, every day by day, you see some of them, they are not happy because they can be teaching a child and a child will just tell the teacher, you have accents. You have accent problem. So for you to be able to go there, that you want to go and teach, please, first of all, understand where you want to go. So that you don't go there and then you will not be going to restaurant to be washing dishes. Meanwhile, you left to go and be a teacher. So it is very important for you to take a look at what you want to do. Understand it so that, because at the end of the day, there are some certificates. If you go online, you will see there are requirements for you to be able to come and teach in that place. You must have that. It's not just your first degree. Your first degree might not even earn you a teaching job in that place. So you must first of all know what are those criteria. What can I do to improve it? Since that is my desire, I should work towards doing that. That is my own suggestion. Then, in terms of technology, collaboration, and validity, somebody was talking about Nigeria and Africa being known as industrial hub for crime. If you want to talk about crime, technology crime, it's not only Africa. Round about the whole world, people are, you talk about crime, we are the least when it comes to technology crime. But the important thing, like I said in my lecture, this technology, it has its positive side, it has its negative side. Which one do you want to follow? Follow the positive side. So that at the end of the day, you can stand straight and stand right and be with your head high up to say that what you achieve through your hard work, you achieve through your passion, and you achieve through that, that you were resilient in what you were doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you go online to collaborate. There are so many sites in collaboration. You must study to ensure this site, this platform I'm visiting, how genuine is the platform. I will not tell you visit this platform. I won't tell you visit Stella Chimeke's platform. There are different platforms. What you want to do is to be able to understand, keep visiting, keep keep taking a look at that particular site to be sure that it's a genuine site. There are a lot of freelance sites where people are just opening all sorts of sites. But if you take a look at the genuine one, you'll be able to know at the end of the day, you are the one who wants knowledge. And as you are increasing your search for knowledge, not all of them are free. A time will come, you must pay for that particular course. So, collaboration and validity of the platform that you visit, you need to on your own study that particular platform to know whether it's genuine or not. So, you need to be careful so that you will be able to differentiate between a genuine site and a site that is fraudulent. Always remember, they said like minds, they work together. If you have a tendency of doing fraud one way or the other, that mind will be carrying you. But we pray that these youths that are here, none of them will be deceived by sites where they do fraud, but rather they will do things that will impact in them positively. In Jesus' name I pray. Then somebody talked about agencies in tech development. Well, we have the NCC, the Nigerian Communication Commission. We have NIDA. NIDA, I said, the National Information Technology Development Agencies, and then we have all other agencies. The NCC mandated NIDA to be able to develop, to ensure that employability skills for our students and all, they are able to at least tackle these digital skills. And so such centers are created. Somebody said, yes, I have been part of this particular, he said he attended a forum or meeting or conference that is organized by NIDA. But the issue there is that, yes, total number of computers that they have there, where they are teaching you 3 to 1 and so on and so forth. Remember when I was talking, I also said, technology is also very expensive. For somebody to bring out, let's say, a cyber security lab, it's not just the computer that is there. Here you are now talking about simulators, you are talking about artificial intelligence, you are talking about machine learning, algorithms and all that. So it is expensive. So if you have somebody who has a site or a hub or platform that has only 10 computers, but the important thing is that 10 computers, 3 to 1 sharing, are you gaining something from them? Because that's what matters. At the end of the day, Your prayer is that when you finish this, you'll be able to now have a laptop or an iPad that can also make you now to go back and learn. But one good thing when leaders started, they usually, after training, they usually will now give out computers to schools to expand the laboratories. But these days, you know that how many computers can they buy for the university? Well, we also thank God for Tech Fund, that one way or the other, they also help institutions to ensure that their laboratories are well equipped and the support needed for the schools and the students are also provided. That's how far I got the questions for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, I want to respond to some questions that was directed to me. When somebody asks, what is the hope or the possibility of being employed when employees need people with experience? Now, the fact remains that the Nigerian problem is a peculiar one. Why? Because we have a very high growth rate and our population is growing faster than the economy. And that's why we have large numbers of employment in the job market. We have the positions for experienced people. We also have positions for newbies, freshers. All right? So if you see a job opening that requires experience and you are a fresh graduate, definitely you won't have experience for that kind of job. So you can't apply for that kind of job. You should look for jobs that will be jobs for like graduate trainees or jobs that require starters. And I know most enterprises today, even with your education, even though you have a first class, when they employ you, they still train you. That's what companies do today. They don't just take you and show you, give you the job. They sell for a couple of weeks. So if you are making any, if you are going to look for any job, look for a job that suits what your condition you have, the condition you have. Like that, you'll be. The man said machines have taken over the jobs, and I said some youth are unemployed. Yes, I said so. Why did I say it? Like I said, not because youth are not educated, computer proficiency is an added advantage. You have a good degree and you don't have any knowledge on computer, will they take you? Even if you go for the interview, the man who has the computer knowledge and has that thing to do with you will get the job and you won't get it. So you must always improve yourself. You must just, what my madam said something. Prof said, continuous learning. That you have a degree is not enough. Look at what is out there and then try to get these skills on your own. Today we have a lot of computer schools that can give you these skills. Because they may not ask for certificate for being computer proficient, but if you know it, you know it. That's it. So you need to get this knowledge and arm yourself and with your degree to stand a chance of getting those jobs. Like I said, even jobs that does not require any skill are being taken over by machines. Jobs that don't require skill. So we must look up to the reality. We must wake up and smell the coffee. It's not enough to just get a degree. You must go out and get, in fact, you will be tech savvy. It's a must right now. It's a must. Almost every job that you get will require you to have some knowledge on how to use the computer. Okay, somebody asked about that what's being done, okay, to help the physically challenged. Well, as the rep of the government, I can say this, that the government has some programs for those who are physically challenged. But the truth remains that they can't take everybody at the same time. But what I think should be done is for you to get information when these programs are coming up, and if you can organize yourself into the sessions, you can begin to send the members, some members anytime this program comes up so they can all benefit. I know the Ministry of Women Affairs has a program for the physical challenge and they support them a lot. They will have a quota for them. So many as there. I don't know if they have an Agbor here, but I know that a lot are being done, and if you can organize yourself properly, you can benefit from the programs for the physically challenged. And these programs is not just, there are some programs for training, there are some programs for microcredits, they try to fund you so you can start your business and other areas. Okay? And then somebody asked, as a youth without capital to start business, how does the plan to help the youth to start business without capital? The fact remains that the greatest capital that anybody needs is the business idea. The business idea is the greatest capital you need. If you have a good business idea, I can assure you that there are people who will be ready to help you. If you look at it, most businesses start from what you have saved. Funds from families and friends. Not necessarily going for loans or grants. So if you have a good business idea, that's the greatest capital you need. Have the idea, articulate properly, and I'm very sure that you're able to get somebody who can sponsor, someone who can push. And when you start, from there you can begin to seek for funding from the financial institutions. There are so many financial institutions, and there are so many grant companies who look for young entrepreneurs and they encourage them to grow. So that's what you need to do. Get your business idea, articulate it properly, and on your own start from a little savings, from family and friends. And from there you can begin to grow your business. Then finally, Ezekiel talked about the place of government in equipping computer lab. Well, the fact remains that Delta State is blessed with so many schools, and I don't think it's possible for government to equip every school at the same time. But I'm sure that some schools have well-equipped computer lab. Some schools have well-equipped computer lab. If where you are, you don't have it there for now, I think the best the authority can do is to approach government and let the government know that we need this. Because, like I said, technology has come to stay. And the only way we can prepare our youth for the future is to give them, to endow them with technology, information technology knowledge, so that as they grow with it and it becomes part of them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will invite another resource person, our convener, to provide solution to some of the questions. I have one of the questions. Sir, and among the beneficiaries of the program, some of us are not from a car under your canopy. Sir, are we left out from your vision? Please, sir, carry us along in your vision. Frank of 4. So the convener of this national summit will answer some other questions.
Thank you very much. The representative of the Secretary of Delta State Government, I thank you. Amiable VC, I thank you. Dr. Agbor, I thank you. Chiefs from the Agbor Kingdom, I thank you for your patience. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your patience and for your questions. First, I must say, Madam, I have it in good authority. I just got a message that His Majesty, the Giant Agbor, is actually arranging, as we speak, a very large land for the university that will take it to the stadium, even an aeroplane. That's the I'm going to let it on my phone. That's showing the power of technology. We are being watched all over. They are streaming live. So people are watching, and I guess that message came from the palace to answer the question that was raised. Before I start answering some of these questions, there is something we have to do. Sometime last year, the Peterson Foundation embarked on training 357 youths in Ikara at the CBN Skill Acquisition Training Center. And I believe most of the youths are here. Are you here? Okay. They are here to be issued their certificate. The director of the center is here. Our own Reverend is here. And His deputy, my cousin, Kolaman, is here. Please. A round of applause for them. They could not come with all the certificates, but they came with a few, about 65 or 69, because, to sign 357 certificates, not a small work. So they came with about 65 certificates. So the council of the chiefs that are here, representing the council of chiefs in Agbor Kingdom, from Agbor Kingdom, will help us to present this certificate. Please, if you can call out their names so that they can help present this, please, while we're trying to answer the questions. What are you? Okay, I've been told because of time, they will only do presentation of 3 certificates. Then, after the program, the people can talk. Anyway, to answer the question that the suggestion that brought from sports being a business and also being an economic contributor in our nation. That suggestion was made by the Agbor of Agbor. It's true. I've had course to discuss with principals of our schools, our secondary schools. And at the time, I called for a meeting of the College of Principals in the town. But you see, if you don't have a government office, people will ask you, on what ground are you calling this? Why would you call us to it? I called this meeting to talk about the issue of our inter-house sports. That we do fire brigade approach to our inter-house sport. When you inter-house sport, like, you just go to people and say, come and give us food. I said, do you know that someone like Usain Bolt was discovered for the school inter-house for the program like this? All our schools, no school has a top clock for you to check the returning time of some of these students. Some of them are world-class athletes because the returning time just to do a 100-meter dash, but we've never taken into record their returning time. So I called that meeting for Digital Foundation to provide stop clocks for our schools. But guess what? Only 2 principals turned up. Out of all the schools in the Kano, not the Castle, the South and the Kano, only 2 principals came because he said, come, I want to provide stop clocks. If I said, come, I want to provide money, that place would be apart. And after the meeting, some people said, on what ground, on what authority is it calling it? So you can see how things are. The reason is, when we provide this stop clock, when it's time for inter-house sports, we will do it in such a way that we will have scouts come to schools so that we will be able to pick our best in athletes. And I also said, it's not just that game that is supposed to be for inter-house, but what about chess? What about other games? We should be able to include others. But nobody has given a thought to this. But I thank God that very soon, those visions and those ideas will come to play. That those principals that didn't come that time will come back later. They will come for the meeting. Right? So if it's sports, it's a huge business and can change someone's economic fortune. Usain Bolt was someone who was not known, but today he's known all over the world. Why? Through sports. So many other people too. And thank God that the senator representing Delta North, guess what? He has a sports university. We will be able to infuse all these resources and lift sports up so that sports will now become a big business in Delta State. That is the vision. The NUCP chairman asked, how will a teacher in Nigeria, Africa, already a black man, there's already bias about race, be allowed to teach abroad? And as the VC has said, yes, you need some form of certification. Yes, it's true. But let me break it down further. That, you know, a country like Canada and the US that I'm very aware of, is that each state and each province have their own certification. Let's take, for example, Alberta, British Columbia. They have their own teachers' certification. There is an island called the island of St. Fidelis. It's an island in the province. They have their own certification. And this is online. You can Google. They're actually looking for teachers from everywhere. But guess what? You can do the certification program online. You apply, you enroll, they take you through it. Once you are certified, everything is online. Once you are certified, you are now empowered and equipped to teach in St. Fidelis in Canada. So if you do that kind of certificate and with your other CV, you will now be able to apply as a teacher to teach there. So, Chairman, I hope that answers it a bit. But you see, we can go further into session with the teachers. If you permit, come around. We can search, Google, and have some serious talk on this, on how we want to export our teachers. Also, someone talked about hacking of Peterson Foundation online and misuse of 10,000 server and all that. You see, any server can be hacked. But for someone to hack your server, they have to have a purpose. Nobody will hack a server where they will not get money. How will they hack a server where there is no money there? What is it looking for? It's like you open your door in your house. There is no property inside. There is even no light. You open the door and look like, say, keep you come and see. What is it coming to see inside? There is nothing there. What we have are ideas. So if you hack our server, the only thing you see are ideas. If you want to steal ideas, you welcome, steal all of it, we welcome you to steal it. But let it be said and let it be known that the Peterson Foundation, we do not ask you for money. We have never asked, we will never ask. It will never, they will never come and ask anybody for money. So when you see anybody mimicking our server asking you for money, know that it is fake. And don't also forget that these days, because of increase in innovation and technology, there's what they call deep fake. There's an app where the app can listen to your voice and synthesize that same voice. And that voice, you hear my voice talking to you. But it's not. So anyway, this is the age of technology. Open your eyes. Be more careful. Okay? So I believe that will answer that. But there is nothing there that they want to steal. Nobody's going to ask you for money. So if they're not asking for money, you know they're not asking for money, and somebody is asking you for money, or your bank details, know that it is fraud. There's a question from Maiden. He said about how do we create employment. Maiden, when you graduated from school, you created employment. You're an employer of labor. I know you're working. You're already working, making shoes for a whole lot of people who are making good money, and even having people that you are mentoring and teaching on how to make shoes. That's the very way you start. That is how other people will start. But the lady here asked a question and said, if you truly want to go into business, but you don't have a startup capital, is Japan a good option for you? I'll say no, it's about your passion. If your passion is about starting a business, and that's what we have said, We'll soon be floating an entrepreneurship fund for entrepreneurs. You know, like we learn from the great titans. We learn from our leaders. Like if you look at what our own Ilumelu is doing, the UBA, is encouraging and promoting entrepreneurship. We as younger brothers too will learn from there. Someday, very soon, we will start our own entrepreneurship fund where young people can have access. And guess what? I said it here earlier. I said that micro stimulation, and the stimulation of micro businesses that was said, that will start with the physically challenged people, is a form of capital for them to start their business. So we want to use that as a test, see how far we can take that before we can start taking up other people. So because I believe in, when you want to tell me something, show me what you have done. So by the time we call youth for youth entrepreneurship empowerment, or that the fund is now ready, you should be able to ask us, what have you done? What examples do you have? So then we'll be able to point at the physically challenged persons that have been granted these funds or that have enjoyed this opportunity. So, and you see yourself, you know that you can actually partake of it. So the day is coming, we'll do that. We are improving. And as I know that the new governor will have in Delta State, he talked about more. He will do more than what his master, his father, our own Senator Agbor, has taught us. You know, every parent pray that their children will be better than them. The prayer of our former governor is that this governor will do better than me. And that's also our prayer. So for the youth, we will do much more for you. Then for my brother, the doctor, who, Dr. Wakina, are you still here? I must commend you. Despite your disability, you have proven to the world and to us here that disability is not an excuse, and disability cannot tie you down from actually achieving your goal. Please, a huge round of applause for that. And you see, this afternoon you have equally thought of something, especially we in the Leadership Foundation, that we need to look at research grants, research fund. It's true. We need to encourage. We talk about we want to have PhD, we want to. What about the research grant? What about the research fund? So we've never looked at that, you know. But this afternoon you have turned our attention and to that. We'll look deeply into it, and I can assure you that by the second edition of this summit, you will hear something from us. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I even feel like giving you a gift for that, what you taught us to do. Should I announce what I will give you? You know, when he raised his hand, he said, look at my hand. Despite this, I was able to get through with my PhD. My brother, I wasn't there when you were going to school, but from the Peterson Foundation, would like to appreciate you with a sum of 100,000. So after the program, please meet me and collect your money. A lady said she read biochemistry. How can she be employed abroad? Like I told you, it's not about what you read here. It's about what your vision is. If your vision is, you have a first degree in biochemistry, and you wish to go and do your master's. If you want to do your master's locally, we'll be very well obliged to help you. But if it's your vision to Japan, we'll very well help you put you through to universities and countries where you can actually do your masters with 100% scholarship from that university. And also, I'm very sure you're an adult. If you also want to Japan, from what we have explained, there are so many cities that have this program for high-skilled individuals. You are termed high-skilled because you have a degree in biochemistry. So watch out for the links or the URL that will come up for what you have asked and see if that will be of help to you. And please, don't have a closed mouth. What we want is, by our second edition, which hopefully by the grace of God, we would like to have on the 1st of October, we would like to see one or two or more persons that have taken advantage of some of these opportunities that we have said here, so that we can use that as examples. I hope you will key into this. Somebody asked a question here. He said, are there other ways youth can be helped to enlighten them on financial matters? Of course there are. And thank God that this nation, this micronation, is a university town. And thank God that you have leaders and people who are interested in the youth. So with time, I believe we will tailor some of these lectures, we will tailor programs where we'll be able to teach youth on some of these subjects and these matters. Not in the formal university setting, something by the side in collaboration with the university so that you can take advantage of that. And let me also tell you, you see these summits, I'm not gainsaying. This summit, the money did not come out of my pockets. Guess what I did? When the idea came about 3 months ago, I decided to do something to test myself, to see if what we are going to, what I'll be teaching or what I will say means anything. I decided to open a Hawkit account. There is this online platform called Hawkit. Well, I opened it. I promoted some goods and all that. And guess what? Within 3 months, I don't want to tell you the amount I made, but the amount, well, from my phone. For people who are close to me, they can actually have access to my phone and check. The money is big, plenty. You know, it's huge. And with that, we're able to pay for this place, run most of these things that we're doing. So you see, imagine if that money gets into the hand of a young person. I do not have to invest anything other than my time on the phone. So what we're saying is, from what Madame pointed out to us, when you go online to defraud people, fraud is fraud. We're not encouraging it, but we know that we are good people in the Kala. Sometimes it's in a condition make for fish dance, but that's not an excuse. It's a cost. You might not see it now, but later on, you feel the impact, either in your children or your generation to come, when you do some of these wrong things. But there's a proverbial saying here, that when you don't want your child to eat outside, what food have you prepared for that child? So there will be opportunities where we'll be teaching on how you can access some of these online opportunities. I have done it. That's worked for me. If you trust me, I'm not taking 1 naira from you. That you make your own will not stop me from making my own. Why won't I teach you? Why won't I show you? So we'll have sessions. We'll have sessions where we'll be able to teach some of this and show you how you can actually make this money in your idle time using your phone. Do you know that as much you can be watching movie like Netflix, and you make money in your home? There are so many opportunities out there. This is the age of technology. We must ride on the crest and on the wings of it to make money. And making money legitimately, not the other way. We want that narration about us, that phrase where they say Nigeria, scammers and all that. We want it to change, and over time it will. Okay, the certificates here is time for the issuance of the certificate. As I told you, there are so many of them, but because of time, we will be issuing just 3 certificates. So we'll have one of the certificates will be given out by the representative of the Secretary to the State, another one by the Vice Chancellor of Vienna, another one by one of the chiefs from the palace. Thank you. The first certificate here, we'll call on the representative of the Secretary of Federal Government. Okay. Lasisi Aminu Jacob.
Lasisi Aminu Jacob, please come forward for your certificates. Simultaneously, Agbor, Treasure, Chelsea, be very ready here. We'll invite you. Daniel, Elizabeth, we also invite you here. Starting with Lasisi Aminu Jacob. That's certificate of CBN entrepreneurship program powered by the Peterson Foundation. Chairman, join them in a group photograph. Congratulations once again. Take note, remember, it's coming in from the Peterson Foundation. And second, Agbor, Treasure, Chelsea. Agbor, Treasure, Chelsea. You must be happy now. Now that we are about to present certificate to you from the Vice Chancellor, University of Delta, UNED, Agbor. Congratulations once again on behalf of Peterson Foundation. Thank you for trusting in us. Thank you for trusting in the Peterson Foundation. And we'll invite Honorable Daniel Elizabeth, please. Daniel Elizabeth, please. The Agbor of Agbor Kingdom. The Agbor of Agbor Kingdom. The Agbor of Agbor Kingdom presents this special certificate to you on behalf of the Peterson Foundation. Thank you. Agbor, one day, thank you. And because most of our VIPs are people who are very busy, we would like to draw the curtain. With all glory to God. Vote of thanks. Comrade Ewere Okonta. Vote of thanks.
Standing on the existing protocol.
And because of the endowment fund that the Peterson Foundation has presented to University of Delta, Agbor, will invite Madam to say thank you to the Peterson Foundation.
Thank you very much. I want to, on behalf of the council, the management, the staff, and students of the University of Delta, Agbor, appreciate the Peterson Foundation for this 2 million naira endowment fund for the best graduating students in first class in 4 categories. I want to really say we really appreciate this because this is going to spur the students to read very hard, because now there is competition in those departments for them to be able to be the best graduating students. So thank you. You are the first to give us an endowment after the foundation, and so we appreciate this. Thank you very much.
We are taking 2 things at a time. Group photograph, as our guests will take their leave. And while the group photograph is in progress, for the group photograph, our VIPs, please join